Hello, everyone, and welcome to the grand finals of the Shotgun 70 tournament. You guys have been waiting for this for a long time, and I know it's going to be a good event today. You guys are going to be entertained, I can assure you of that. So, in terms of the contestants, the two that have made it to the final, on the left-hand side of my screen, you'll see him doing I don't even know what the star's called, the wing cap in the sky or something like that. But we have the current world record holder on the left here. It is Jordan Tyler. Say hello to the people, man.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
There he is. And then on the right hand side of the screen, he came into this tournament with surprisingly the lowest PB out of everyone, but he has been on the grind. He has absolutely rose up. The guy's a machine, and he has been very competitive this whole tournament, very serious, and he's coming to potentially cause an upset tonight. But on the right hand side of your screen right there, we've got DeadGuyDrives, aka CraigyBoy.
How's it going, everybody? I'm excited for this. Nice little matchup here between myself and the world record holder.
There we go. Let's see what he can do tonight. And in the commentary booth, I can't believe we actually got him, guys. He's here, the beatbox legend himself. We have Beats, aka Newman Beatbox. Here he is.
What's up, guys? I'm stoked to be on commentary with Freeman. Thanks a ton for the invite. This is gonna be so great.
That is the I didn't expect that. We did not plan that, by the way. That completely caught me off guard. That's definitely the
I
best
kind of
intro.
inserted myself there. My bad.
Nah, that was awesome. I love that. That's definitely the best entry we've had in this whole flipping tournament, man. I love that. All right. So before we kick things off, guys, I've got a couple of things that I want to say to you guys first. So number one, we do have. I've just gone to the wrong scene. Hold on 1 second. You guys need to see me a little bit better for this. We have tournament merch. Some of you guys will know, some of you guys won't know, but we have it on sale right now. I just popped a link into the chat right now. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, stickers that you can see on the side of my headset there, beanies, hats, all that type of stuff at all price ranges. I'll just show you the logo on the back as well. There we go. It's not just your average t-shirt with a name on it. We've got a proper graphic on the back as well of the hoodies, the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, all of that good stuff. If you guys want to get yourself any of this merch, it is the link right there that we just pasted in the chat. And one more thing as well, this is probably the most important time to announce this, but we do have a prize pool and you guys can increase it. So if you go to that link right there, and if you're watching this on YouTube, the links will be in the description. You guys can increase the prize pool. One of these two tonight, either Craigie or Jordan is going home with a grand prize. But if you donate here, the prize for second and third place will also increase accordingly. So whatever you donate is going to one of these two tonight. Now is the time to do it. But that's everything I wanted to say. Let's get back to the main screen. And now I want to go over to Jordan first, simply because he's on the left-hand side of my screen. And I just got a few questions just to get us all warmed up. So Jordan, how are you feeling today, man? What you been doing to practice for this tournament, and how do you see things going today?
Dude, I've been grinding I've been grinding as much as I can as far as playing 70 star and 120 star. Within the last few days, I've actually managed to get a world record in both of them and broken 2 separate minute barriers for both 70 and 120. I now have a 38.55 in 70 star, I think.
Yeah.
And 126 something, 40 something maybe, and 120 star.
Wow.
So I've been on the grind. Yesterday I had a run where I got all the way to wet dry world without making basically any mistakes. I think I'd only lost maybe 4 seconds total to some of best by that point. So I'm hoping that my consistency is up to what it was yesterday. But in race conditions, who knows? It'll be really interesting. And I think the thing that's going to make me nervous tonight, you haven't told anybody what the handicap's going to be yet, have you?
A couple of people know, but we'll announce it in a second. Well, actually,
I'll let
do you want to announce it?
I can announce it if you'd like, sure.
Go for it, man. You kind of said it yourself, so go on, man. Tell the people what's going on.
Okay, so today we have a special handicap where instead of me just not playing for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, whatever it is, to make up for the PB differential between me and CraigyBoy, what we're going to do instead is I'm just going to go ahead and do a 0-star run, since that's about the same length of time as what the differential would be. So I'm going to have to beat a 0-star run and then get into a 70-star run and beat Craigie to actually win the match.
Absolutely.
So that'll be really fun. It'll add some extra movement. It'll kill some of the dead time on my stream. And then also what's going to be really cool, or possibly not cool, depending on who you are, is that it might make this race a lot closer because it offers a lot more room for error. I am not the most confident, we'll say, on BLJs. So we'll see what happens with this, and it could go to either one of us. It'll be really fun, though.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a very special thing. We've not done this in any other of the races, and like you say, it fills the time, and I feel like it gives people a lot more extra content, like a lot more to watch, and it changes things, because instead of just saying you have X amount of time as a head start, you know, you could do a 0-star run in 2 minutes, or it could take you 5. So it, honestly, it's going to depend on how well you can do the 0-star as to how close it's going to be. So I think it's going to be very entertaining. But yeah, we'll flick things over to Craigie now. I mean, hearing that Jordan has just broken like 2-minute barriers, he's, you know, the world record holder in 70 and 120. How does that make you feel, mate? Again, like, how, you know, what have you done to prepare for this tournament? And does hearing that shake you, or what do you think is going to happen tonight? Let us know, man.
I mean, I knew coming in, Jordan is pretty consistent with these runs. He's grinded them a lot, and the fact that he just got, you know, world records again for 70 and 120 means that he's practiced and firing on all cylinders. So, again, even with the handicap that I get of him starting with the 0-star, I still think that these races could be close. I still plan to try my best and make it happen. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. So myself and Newman, we're going to be talking for a long time, so I wanted to give you guys the floor first, because obviously you're going to be focusing on your runs for a significant period of time. One last thing I want to ask you both. Come on, if you got to pick a score, what do you think is going to be? 2-1 to who? You know, 2-0. Go on, say a score. What do you think, lads? What do you think?
And we
I mean,
can't pick a score for ourselves. That's weird.
You know what I mean. You know what I
Hey,
mean.
let's just say it's gonna go to 3. Let's
Ooh.
make this the one that goes to 3.
That would be
I'm
good.
thinking this will be a 2-1 one way or the other. I don't know whether it's going to go to me or Craigie, but I don't think that we're going to see this be a sweep this time.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Let's see if it actually comes true. Right, do you know what? One thing that I actually forgot. Newman, would you be able to do predictions on my Twitch chat? I'll make you a mod. Do you know how
Yeah.
to do predictions?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Awesome. Right, if you want to put a quick comment in the chat so I can find your name, I'll make you a moderator. And then if you could just do a prediction for just race number 1, and just say, you know, who do you think is going to win, so people can bet their points and stuff. Okay, right, we'll mod you there, and then you should be able to do that. And with that being said, we'll kick the races off, mute the competitors, and then me and Newman will be bringing you the commentary tonight. Are you lads ready?
I
Ready
think
when you
so.
are.
The one thing I wanted to make sure that we clarified was for Jordan's, like, the end of his 0-star. I'm cool with it just being once he gets star grab on the 0-star, he's good to start the 70.
Yeah, I think that was what I was thinking as well. That makes the most sense, because in a normal 0-star run, you're stopping the timer on the star grab. So what it'll be is, Jordan, as soon as you get that star, mate, reset and get into your 70-star.
Got it. We're all on the same page. I went ahead and added like a 0-star split before my 70-star splits. So it's gonna be
Nice.
literally
Perfect.
split, reset, go.
That's awesome. All right. Okay. Let's do it. If you're gonna give me the go ahead, if you're ready to go, I'll count you in, and then we'll get you set off.
All right, let me double check. My file is clear. I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
Yep, I am good to go.
Yeah, and one final question. Do you two want to hear the commentary? Because if you don't want to hear it, I'll deafen you. If you do want to hear it, I'll just mute you.
Yeah, I want to hear the commentary.
Yep.
Well, I'll take the mute and the deafen, please.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Craigie is focusing tonight. That is fine. Okay, right, lads, I'll count you in from 5 and then we'll get things started. So we're going to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Here we go. Okay, and they're both restarted. We're
Luck.
gonna. I got the good luck. So I don't know if I might have muted Craigie too early there, but I'm sure we were saying good luck. And then we'll just mute Jordan so you can hear the commentary. Beats. What do you think about that, my friend? What do you think the result's going to be from the first game, and what do you think to what you've just heard?
Well, I'm just about to start this. Let me ask you: do you want this prediction to last just like the whole time, or next 20 minutes? Or
Yeah, so do it for like the next 20 minutes, so people don't just do it last second and then flip in, guess the right answer because they know it. So yeah, I'd say make it last for 20 seconds.
Okay, I believe that I got this up. You tell me if it looks good, if you need to check it out. But yeah, I am feeling really, really interested, intrigued about this race that we have on our hands. We've got DeadGuyDrives, who
That's right.
I've been watching ever since he started.
Okay. Ultra
And
fan, eh?
I'm trying to figure out why I can hear him in my ears. Do you hear him, Freeman?
Okay, so with that, because I've muted him. Wait, which one can you hear? Which one can you
I
hear?
could hear Craigie a second ago. I could hear Craigie.
So you might have to mute him on your side. That might be
Oh,
the issue.
okay.
Yeah,
I'll just do that.
Yeah, I think if you mute him, you should be okay. But I think the
Okay.
rest of the audience should be okay. By the way, Jordan has absolutely flown through the 0-star run here. He got the BLJ's first try. He's straight through.
Already up there at Bowser. These 0-star runs are so interesting in Shotgun Mario because you can just blast through all the doors. You can even blast the turtle himself. I am super excited though, Freeman, because I do get that Jordan is the world record holder in many categories for this game. And obviously I was talking to him before we started, and he talked to me about his methods to making his route and what he did, what his approach was when he started playing Shotgun Mario. And it's just fascinating. He clearly has a ton of passion for the game, and it shows as to why he's got the world records. And what I was saying earlier about Craigie, though, is that I don't think he's to be underestimated. I've been watching him ever since he started playing Mario. And this guy analyzes the game to with a level of detail that is just fascinating to me. And I'm not surprised at all he's made it this far. So I just think this is going to be a good time, and I'm not going to be surprised if we see a 2-1 score at the end of this.
Absolutely. I think Craigie was probably praying right there that Jordan just got off to a bad start, but he is flying. He is absolutely flying. But Craigie's got the 3-star advantage so far, and like you say, he's been grinding away. He's really picked up this game well, and so I genuinely think it's going to be a 2-1 myself. And not just because of the content. I genuinely think that this is the one to go for a 2-1. I do think that. So have you watched much Shotgun recently? How much have you seen of Shotgun Mario?
I have. In preparation for commentating for this, I actually played some Shotgun Mario to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Nice.
And yeah, I've watched pretty much all the races leading up to this. I've tuned in for quite a bit, and I feel pretty familiar with the mechanics, the routes, and everything. And I spent today even watching some of Jordan's records just to see, where the top of the top is right now. It's a fascinating game, really interesting. I think that some of the most interesting mechanics that you can introduce to a game like Mario are the ones that are really, really simple, like the shotgun that just basically gives you an extra boost on your jumps, which in a platformer like Mario, it opens up so many opportunities for time saves and interesting wall kick grabs, especially in places like TikTok clock. So I know enough, but I wouldn't say that I don't have any times on the board myself. Let's just say that.
No, that's fair enough. Honestly, mate, that is more preparation than I thought you would do. So I'm very happy with that. I mean, we've probably had some commentators in here that knew less than you do. So yeah, thank you for actually, taking the time out of your day to just watch along and, have a couple of tries yourself. What did you think to the mechanics of the game when you played it?
I thought every time that I watched, every time I've seen one of the tournament rounds or I've just watched someone else play, it always came across to me like it would be really simple in the way that it because you get that extra boost, now you can triple jump and then hit the shotgun, wall kick, and then hit the shotgun again, and you can
Yeah.
go miles to the sky. I thought to myself, oh, this is gonna put Mario on easy mode.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong. The mechanics of this game, it's those simple things that actually introduce a very high skill ceiling.
They
In my
do.
opinion, Shotgun Mario has a really low skill floor, as in when you enter it, like it does kind of introduce higher jumps and everything. But if you want to be the best of the best, you have to get so good, and that skill ceiling is very, very high. That's my opinion on the game for sure.
Oh, I absolutely agree, man. I absolutely agree. It's yeah, you see people like Jordan play it, and it's well, even Craigie now, and it's so smooth. But when you actually pick up the game yourself, you think, how are they even doing some of the stuff that they're doing? It's insane. And you know, I know as the host, I should be amazing at the game. I can assure you, I'm not as good as these two. Like these two are definitely better than me. And yeah, like you say, and someone said this. I think was it Jim or it was T, like last time in the third place matchup. With this race, it's a case where there's a lot of stars that are really, to be fair, easy to get, but there's some stars which take just a high level of skill. And I think that, and we saw this in the third place matchups as well, sometimes you can sort of relax when the easy stars come about. And then you'll get a star like the Wet Dry World one where you've got to sort of blast yourself through the cage, and it's really techie, and we've seen people mess up on it before. I mean, we saw Andy mess up on it the other night, and yeah, it just kind of seems like that. You'll have a few stars where people can just relax and it's super easy, and then you just get that one star where it's like, oh, right, that's tough.
Absolutely. And you get put in so many scenarios, like the swimming that I just saw on both of their screens. We had Jordan going into the ship to draw out the eel, normally without the shotgun, but he utilizes the shotgun to just blast away the eel. It's open season on him so that he can get in the ship. And I found when I was playing that those shots while you're swimming underwater, they're pretty precise, and it's not just a simple thing where you can kind of close your eyes and spray and pray, if you will. It really takes quite a bit of skill and intention with every movement that they're making. It's really interesting to see.
And there's one star that's in the water that describes that sort of scenario perfectly. When you're in dire docks and you've got to shoot the chests, it seems like aiming the shotgun would be so easy, but there's that one pesky little chest at the back that sometimes you can shoot it 20 times and it just does not cooperate with you. So yeah, it looks like it would be super easy, just aim the shotgun and shoot, but like it's so precise. Sometimes you'll think you're on the target, but you're not. It's very precise.
Absolutely. I also another mechanic in the game that many people in chat have probably seen, but isn't utilized too much unless I'm maybe my ignorance is showing a little bit here. But you can aim down sights in this game, and you can kind of have Mario. It pulls out a reticle on your screen, and I know it's used for the Bowser fights, but I'm not sure it's really used too many other places. That was particularly difficult, and I imagine these Bowser fights are going to shock me again now that I've played. Just because unless they're using a different controller, if you're using a standard N64 controller, in order to aim, like you move around Mario with the joystick like normal, but in most first-person shooter games, oh, that's right, Monkey Cage, you do aim down sights as well. I forgot that. In most first-person shooter games, if you're not using mouse and keyboard, you've got a controller. You have a second joystick that you can look around with to aim your shots. And in this game, I was having to use C buttons. So I'm not sure what Jordan and DeadGuyDrives use, but man, that was finicky for me. It was janky and not easy to do. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. And we've got Bryce in the chat confirming as well. You may not know, but he used to hold the world record for this game. So Bryce definitely knows what he's talking about, and he can confirm it is difficult. It's like you say, the mechanic where you aim down the sights, it's not used too much, but we've already seen it happen. I don't know if you clocked it, but when we was in what's it called? Womp's Fortress, that's it. I think it was Jordan aimed down the sight straight away, and you can shoot the bit of the wall for cannonless. I don't know whether you clocked that.
I don't think I caught that, but that totally makes sense. So is he just aiming down sights like right as he jumps in and then
Yeah.
jumping up, or does he get up to the water first?
Yeah,
I'll have to
that's
pay
right.
attention
Just
next
straight
time.
away. Right, can we get a quick prediction on the slide time? I feel like I've gone in too late. We've had 4 slides and no slide predictions. Damn it, I'm too late. Never mind, never mind. But yeah, in Womp's Fortress, I think what we saw was Jordan just the second that he got into the level, goes into aim mode, and shoots the bit of the wall, and then he goes up and he does the rest of the trick. But it definitely makes it quicker.
Very, very cool. I'll definitely try and pay attention in the next round when we get to it.
For
In the
sure.
meantime, both of them in Cool Mountain. Jordan's a few stars behind, but I'm really interested to see if Craigie can keep this this lead. Is it okay that I call him Craigie? I know him
Yeah.
as Craigie, but DeadGuyDrives, of course.
No, I mean, I think Craigie is just easier to say, and I've been calling him Craigie as well. You know, if you say Dead Guy Drives too much, it's a bit of a mouthful, man. So
Sure.
I've been calling him Craigie as well. I don't know if you just clocked it. I don't know if you've seen that before, but okay, it's like the next star now. But what Craigie just did, and we're gonna see it now with JordanTyler as well, is you can shoot the baby penguin, and it basically instantly unalives you. But if you blast into the star like that. You see how his power meter goes up? That
Yeah.
actually saves some time, and they both hit it there. Both of them hit it.
What is it exactly that's making that save time? Is it that when they exit the level it doesn't have to regen, or
That's
what is
right.
it?
So because it technically counts as a I can say death hit 'cause it's Twitch, it's not TikTok, they're not finicky, and you don't have to be like, oh, they unalived, guys.
Right.
Yeah, it basically it counts as a death, but because you get the star, obviously it adds the star to your star counter. But instead of going through and like it tots up the coins and says you've got a star, well done. It literally just you come out of the level, do your quick death animation and carry on. So it saves like a good few seconds. And even even if you take a little bit of time to set it up, it actually still saves you time.
That's awesome. So innovative. And I'm not surprised to hear that just based off of what I've gathered. Like I was saying before, it really just seems that both of these runners and many people that have been in this competition there's so much intention behind what they're doing, and just keep it straight as you're watching, that everything that you're seeing is well practiced, well thought through, and they probably went through several versions before they got to where they landed on these strategies they're using here.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. And I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but JordanTyler even has has a little place that he likes to call the lab, which is I guess what you'd expect for a world record holder. He's trying to find the best strategies that he can. But yeah, he goes into this lab place. It is basically just him like practicing different stars, and he'll try multiple different routes and different ways of getting each of the stars just to find the quickest one. So it's like you say, yeah, there's a lot of intention behind everything they do. Especially it's what you'll see from Jordan. He's tried probably most strategies in the book, and he's found even if something looks a little bit unorthodox, you can pretty much guarantee that he's thought of it and he knows that it's the quickest way to do things.
Yeah, absolutely. I was like I said, I was chatting with him before we jumped on the live today, and I asked both of them what their how they went about it when they started playing. What was the way that they found some of these strategies, like the one I see Jordan doing here. I don't know what the name of this clip is, but just such an innovative. Is there a name for that clip down at the bottom of What Dry World? Do you know?
I wish I knew. I'll be honest. I don't know if we've given it a name. Normally, do you know what? Normally, Jordan's in the chat, and like any questions we have, Jordan is just there. It's like
That's
a
right.
shotgun 70 bloody encyclopedia, mate. But we don't have that today. Maybe Bryce can tell us so actually, because he's obviously.
He's saying
very
cage
talented.
clip. It might be cage clip.
I'm sure cage clip is done in docs as well.
Yeah, good point.
But maybe they're all cage clip, man. There's like multiple cage clips. They just don't have their own names.
But anyway, Jordan let me know that when he started, he had been watching Andy games, and then he kind of fell in love with the game as he started playing it, and he decided he wanted to speed run it. And so the first thing that both of them did when they decided they wanted to speed run or be part of this tournament was just watch the world record, just try and mimic what
Yep.
the best of the best are doing. And Jordan let me know that he took it a step farther, and you know, as you mentioned, his lab that he's got these spreadsheets that he let me know about. And I don't know if you know this, Freeman, about me. I love spreadsheets. I am a spreadsheet lover for sure.
I know it now. I know it now.
Yeah, he basically just utilized spreadsheets to gather all the data that he needed on each star, figure out which ones individually he himself could do the fastest, and
Yeah.
then he utilized all that info to put together a route. And he said something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing here, that he watched the world record and he got a lot of strategies from that, but then he would see something here and there. Like,
Yeah.
what if I went downstairs to Dire Docks before I did everything in the basement? He said that would save him and a save and exit or something like that. And
Oh, there we
very,
go.
very cool and close to my heart. I love people that get into the details like that.
Absolutely, yeah. He sounds super organized, and I guess if you're going to be the best of the best, you've got to have something like this. Like, you know, you've got to be doing something that no one else sort of dares to do. And I think, yeah, that's got to be why he does it. You know, I'm
Sure
okay
thing.
with spreadsheets. I'm not like crazy about them, but you know what? I can definitely see their use, mate. Definitely see their use.
For sure. I'm definitely a novice myself when it comes to the ins and outs of them. I have some people in my community that have helped me
Yeah,
do flesh some things out that I never could do all by myself. But I just really like them and involving them in speedrunning because of all the data that you can collect. You can use your gut in speedrunning to really gauge what things you're good at versus not. But
yeah,
especially when you're getting into a new game, building a route, it's just so useful to have all of the data there in front of you so that you can take a step outside of your speedrunning brain and box and do it the right way. Okay, so is this where DeadGuyDrives is
ooh, very
now wall
nice.
kicking up to the waterfall? That wasn't the monkey star, but that was a really, really cool strat. That might have been the very first strategy I ever saw anyone do when
Oh,
I
was it?
tuned into one of the early rounds of this tournament. I love
Yeah.
that wall kick setup that they've got.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know if you clocked it either, but Jordan, you know, despite having the shotgun, when he was doing the piranha plants, he did not use the shotgun. He just slid straight into him. So I'd assume
That's
that
right.
that must be faster than using a shotgun, but you wouldn't expect it. Oh, and Craigie there going for the triple jump. I can almost guarantee you we will see Jordan do that exact triple jump. He's probably about to do it now, and he's definitely catching up, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it is looking like they were at a 3-star lead the last time I mentioned it when they were in about or sorry, DeadGuyDrives had 3 stars over Jordan
Yeah,
when they were in Cool Mountain, and now it looks like they're 1 apart. So he is catching up.
it is.
DeadGuyDrives got to lock in.
He does, he does. And I think the thing is with Craigie is that he's all about the consistency, you know. He might not do the fastest strat, but you can almost guarantee that if he's going for something, he's pretty confident that he's going to be able to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I see a lot of intention from him. I've said that a lot today, and I just think that it's just so true that a lot of times people will see people doing these kind of things and think that maybe there's just something in them. Maybe
Yeah.
they just are the way they are because they're that way, and it doesn't really go beyond some natural ability. And I'm
Mm.
just a big proponent in letting people know, especially if you've never seen this kind of race before or speedrunning in general. I use that word intention just because it really takes so much work and practice to get good at anything, even something as simple as a video game.
It does. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I did see that aim down sights from Jordan this time around. It took me a
Yeah.
while.
There you go. There's a
Finally
few
catch it.
stars. There is a few stars that you just wouldn't expect. Like, you wouldn't expect that you could use the shotgun in that way. You know, when you first pick up the shotgun, you think, that's cool. I've got a shotgun. I can just go and just end a Goomba's life. But, you know, there's a lot more to it than just shooting the enemies and getting your own back on that one flipping Goomba at the end of Bowser in the Sky that always knocks you off and kills your runs. Like, it is nice to plaster him against a wall, but you can also use the shotgun for more than just that. It is good.
Absolutely.
It's good.
So before I'm actually gonna have to pull this back up. I before we started today, I thought it would be so funny to ask ChatGPT for some puns that we could utilize when people grab stars, and so
Oh
I
my
might
God.
have to pull that up in a little bit. I don't
Go
know if you're
on.
a fan.
I love a pun, man. Yeah, do it. Do it. Honestly, that's cracking, man. Let's get it. Let's do it.
we'll we'll save it for a bit, but just in case we need something to talk about. AI is quite interesting. I know you've been using AI to make some of these rap battles.
I have.
It's so powerful and fun to use in situations like this, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say as well, we just hit my follower goal on Twitch, 360 now. So thank you everyone that's tuned in tonight and dropped a follow. And I do apologize as well. I have been informed that there's like, a fair few adverts. I can promise you right now, I've tried to make the adverts like as minimal as possible. As in, you may see more for like a certain period of time, but then there's a long time where you don't see any. So I do apologize for the adverts, guys. But honestly, I don't know how I can do anything about them, especially right now. So I'm sorry if you guys had to go through a couple adverts, but you should still be able to see things going on in the corner of your screen at the very least. But yes, Jordan he's currently 2 stars behind, just about to be 1, so he's definitely caught up. He's absolutely caught up.
I haven't been paying close enough attention to see if did they do the exact same route? Did DeadGuyDrives do like Vanish Cap right off the bat like Jordan does?
Yep, that's right. I think what Craigie has done very cleverly as well is, and to be fair, I think a few people have done this too. He has basically seen what Jordan does and tried to sort of do what he does. Oh, and Jordan taking a bonk there. Wow, it's got to be said. But hold on, he's got the backups. Of course he has. Of course he has. But hey, that just shows you, even if you hold in the world record, it doesn't mean you're perfect. There's still, you can still make mistakes. Still make mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing about Mario that I don't know how much this applies to every game. And now that I'm saying this out loud, I do think this probably applies to speedrunning across the board. But
yeah,
it's as a viewer, it may not be quite as obvious that a mistake like that may seem to the average viewer when he makes that bonk and then he does this quick backup, which was very well done. But each little bonk like that can cost quite a bit. And as you can see, he was kind of on his way catching up to Craigie. And it seems like now that gap has widened just a little bit because of that one little mistake. And so I just think that that same intention that I've referenced and all the thought that goes into it, when you make little mistakes, they really, really add up. And I remember before I started speedrunning, I would watch speedrunners say, oh, I lost a second there. And they would be really upset about it. Not necessarily in Mario, but another game. And it blew my mind. Like, what do you mean you can save a second here or you lost a second and that bothers you? It's like, who cares? It's just a second. But all those seconds add up.
They do, absolutely. Because, like, just because you make a 1 second mistake, it doesn't mean that there's, there's not many more of them to come. Like, every second mistake that you make, it all adds up. It all adds up. And especially, like, the better that you get at the game, those extra seconds, they end up meaning an awful lot.
Absolutely. And at high levels of play, from what I can tell, those last few seconds that you start to see from the very high level players, those start to be some of the most difficult seconds to get. And so
that's right.
If someone has, in this game, let's say in 70 Star Shotgun Mario, if someone has, say, an hour, they have a PB of an hour, and then someone else has a PB of 55 minutes. That gap is significant, but I would dare say that it's not as significant as, say, a minute difference between someone that has, say, a 41 and a 40.
Definitely.
That's my personal opinion. Those seconds get so hard to grab by the time you're at these high levels.
Yeah, I totally agree because, when you're at like a, more of a beginner stages, you're taking into account like big mistakes, not mistakes that have cost you like a second, but sometimes you got like a few deaths in your run, or you're doing a certain strategy that's not as quick as another one. But when it comes down to it, and you're on the world record pace and you're doing the strats that are the fastest, and your runs are really clean, it's 1 second can be the equivalent of to almost a minute, like in different runs. By the way, that was a funny little freeze frame we just saw there from Jordan with Mario's nose poking through the wall. I don't know if you clocked that.
I did catch that. Amazing. Gotta love the internet. It looks like Jordan is catching up. They're about to be on the same star. And unless I've been missing something, this might be the first time that they've been in the same world on the same star, which means Jordan has been catching up. He is speedy.
He is. It's crazy because it's taken him like a whole I think it was about 2 minutes and 10 seconds to do the 0 star, and then he had to reset. But he's just like, he's caught up so fast. You know, we've even got people in the chat just, they can't believe their eyes. Like, how is he caught up so quickly? And it just means that Craigie is just going to have to play his flipping heart out to just keep that lead and just hope that Jordan makes a mistake. And don't get me wrong, you know, obviously Jordan is, you know, he's the world record holder and he's, you know, got some of the cleanest movement out there, but he is not, you know, immune from making mistakes. And we've seen it in this tournament. There is actually 2 that I can remember. One where he took a death right at the bottom of the cool mountain where you do the slide star. He got all the way to the bottom and fell off. And there was another one he did in the tournament where he was trying to actually, you know, we've mentioned it earlier, get that star where you shoot the penguin and it knocks you back. And he missed that 3 times in one of the runs. So, yeah, make no mistake, he may be quick, but he is definitely, you know, we've all had our thoughts about it. Is he actually a robot? Like, is he even a human being? But yes, he is in fact a human being. He can make a mistake at some point. So it is not over yet.
Well, we'll see how it keeps going as both of them, it looks like DeadGuyDrives just finished the Substar. Jordan right behind him. Do we see Fire Sea in this run? I don't think we do. Do we not?
No, we don't.
Because they can just shoot down the door.
That's right. That's right. The only thing you can't do in Shotgun Mario is get up that what's it called? Endless staircase. Yeah, that's right. That's the only one that you can't do.
So that's why in 0 star we see him plow down all the doors and then BLJ up to the final.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, I think Jordan, is he ahead? I can't tell. Is Jordan ahead?
It seems that way to me, just by a few frames.
Yeah,
maybe.
he is like a millisecond ahead. Oh my god! Right, let me do my little DJ work and flick things around. Jordan has taken the lead. Wow, and it's only taken him 43 stars as well. I don't know what we're going to see in the rest of this run, but I think, to be honest, I think Craigie's tactic is, listen, I may not be the best, but I know that I can do this route, you know, a certain route or like certain ways of doing things and just not make a mistake. So I think Craigie is all about the consistency and Jordan is all about how can I do these stars as fast as possible. Wow, that was quite something. Oh, Craigie taking a death.
Oh, the commentator's cursed. He has been so consistent this entire run.
Oh no, he's not even listening to the commentary. Wow. Just like a sixth sense. Like, no way. Ryan just said I'm consistent. Let me just take a death real quick here. Right. Wow, that definitely puts Craig on the back foot now. Oh dear.
He truly has shown a lot of consistency, and you know, from an untrained eye, including mine, I play a lot of Mario, but I don't play a lot of Shotgun Mario. He really is coming across as a strong competitor. As Jordan, just as you said, aiming down sights to finish off the top of the pyramid. Really well done. It seems, I was in his world record run, I saw a slide on the top of the pyramid as well. It seems like a pretty difficult strat.
Yeah, it is definitely very difficult. I mean, shout out to Luigi Dini. He's actually the first person that I saw do this this style of movement where you you go up on top of the pyramid and then shoot down. And yeah, we've just seen Craigie there, obviously cleaning up a bit of time there, just for going for something that's a bit more consistent. It's like I say, you know, Jordan's going to be trying like the best of the best, hardest strats to save all the time that he can. Obviously, he's had to do that up until this point. Because he's been behind and trying to catch up. But, you know, you always run the risk when you do that of running into some problems.
Absolutely. So we now have, the tables have turned. We're now on a 1-star lead by Jordan in the lead. Really, really exciting to see how it goes. But we see that the major flip that happened came when Craigie had that death. And so we do see that can come at any time. And so they both need to remain consistent in order to keep up the pace. We'll see how it keeps going.
Absolutely. Wait, did I just hear a... Okay. So the problem is, right, so I'm watching the Twitch stream, but I'm hearing it in real time. And so I just heard a burn before it even happened. So
gotcha.
I'll try not to give anything away. But yeah, I thought that might have been worse than it was. Now, I don't know whether you know this, Newman, but I have a world record strategy in one of the stars here. I invented something here, and I don't know if we're going to
I'm
see it.
unaware.
We're not going to see it in this star. So there's a there's a strategy in this game that I coined as free scope. There's there's a way that you can shoot the bully before you even see him. Not this one, but the initial one that you get. I don't know whether we're going to see it in this run. I know Jordan, you know, he sort of cleaned up my initial ideas. I think we're definitely going to see it from him. But what you'll see, maybe for this next star for Jordan. Sorry to like just completely ignore what Craig is doing, but this is my baby right here. I want to see this happen because no one did it in last race, and I was annoyed. No one did it. So what we're going to see right here is he's going to go to that spinning platform and just shoot. Ready for that? And he's got him already before he's even loaded in.
He's out of there.
It's insane. It is crazy. And Jordan has done it. My guy, man. And all of a sudden, come on, Jordan. I'm so happy he's in the lead. Look at that. He's done my tactic. I flip and love it, man.
He's earned it. That's so awesome.
I love that.
You know, I will say, Freeman, that you might not even have had to. You don't have to rely on telling everybody that you invented that strat, and I'll tell you why. I watched Jordan's world record before commentating today because I wanted to see, you know, where it stands. I've seen a lot of runs before, but I wanted to see where's the world record right now.
Yeah.
And I can remember a couple things from that run that really stood out to me. And that strategy that you made is the only thing in the entire run that I was like, what just happened? And it blew my mind because I never saw the bully. And here you are telling me that you invented that.
Let's go, man. I am the most important person in this whole world record, man.
Let's go.
Let's flip and go, man. It's so funny that you remember that strategy in particular. And I just saw that Craig didn't do it. So I hope he loses. I'm just kidding. I'm not that. I'm not going to be like that. But you know, Craig, he's all about the consistency. He didn't want to try free scope. I won't hold it against him too much. There we go.
I really love the strategy that they use with the little bullies, and how that all comes out. Oh, he gets a. Okay, the shotgun sends the bully right down to middle school. Awesome, very well done. He had that side flip going to the left instead of the way that I would normally see it, and I thought it was all over. But Craigy's got the tools. It's open season on the bullies.
That's right. It's like you say, you know, you'll see some unorthodox things, but there's a reason behind all of it. You know, doing that side flip means that you've got that extra space to shoot him straight off. I think maybe if you... Because the thing is with the shotgun is that the further away, I believe this is the case anyway, the further away you are from the target, the harder the shot is, so it will send them further. So if you're like on top of your target and you shoot, it might not go as far as if you've got a bit of distance. So that may be why they do the side flip there. It's just to create that bit of extra space so that they can shoot the bully straight off.
Well, I'm convinced that they are in control. I'm not going to worry too much from this point on. They got it.
That's right. That's right. You thought for a second, you're like, nope, he's messed it up. And then you realize, hang on a minute. They ain't messing nothing up, man.
Nope.
Even the death.
That's right. I was under duress.
There we go. Even the death was planned, man. It was all planned.
Okay, so this strategy I'm seeing from Jordan where he wall kicks up the elevator, the toxic maze star. Very, very cool strategy. Just really opens up the game in ways. This is why I think this is such an interesting ROM hack. And it's that it takes the game that we all know and love and it just flips it on its head and it opens up so many cool possibilities.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. And another thing that we see in that same star is, did you just see there where Craigy he just long jumped and shot straight away, glitched through the wall and just went straight through and ignored the elevator there?
Yes.
That's just one of many instances where the shotgun just completely changes the game. Oh, someone's asking in the chat as well. What are you doing this ROM? What are you doing it, mate?
Yeah, I saw Baron asking if I should, if I'm ever gonna play it. I played it a little bit in preparation for this, and I did have a good time. Now that this tournament is almost over, and I have been doing a few more ROM hacks alongside my 120 pursuit. I can totally see myself playing this just because it is a popular hack. it takes the game that I love to speed run, you know, a lot of us do, and flips it on its head. I definitely need to give it a try. So you might see that on my stream sometime soon, Baron. Thanks for asking.
That would be awesome, man. We need to see you get the top 10. Just out of interest, when you tried this game, what was your time?
Oh, I didn't attempt to speed run it. Like
Oh, okay.
you know, I went up to bits right away because I could do it, you know, without having to do SPLJ. I was
Yeah.
relishing in the fact that you could just go blow down everything in the castle, but I didn't try. Yeah, I didn't take it as far as trying to do any official runs. It was more just understanding the mechanics and trying to see what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Bryce makes a very good point there because I've experienced this firsthand. He says, "Don't get hooked; it will mess with your regular Mario muscle memory." And the main wait, what? Hang on, I don't mean to interrupt, but where the hell is Craigie? I don't know what he just did there. Oh, I see. He went like through the floor again and went
Yeah.
underneath the plat. Wow, I've actually not seen that before. That
I
is a
haven't seen that
first.
either. I know that in top 120 runs, you can dive into that lower floor
Hmm.
from next to the emergency exit star when they're doing 120. I've never seen anybody hit it from that angle. I wonder if you can even do it without the shotgun at your in your
Yeah, maybe
arsenal. So
not. Maybe not. That was very interesting. Very, very interesting. A couple of things I was about to say. I remember one of them. Oh no, I
muscle
remember the
memory.
other one. Yeah, that's the other one. So it's like Bryce says that the thing is with this game because the camera is so different. Um,
Yeah.
when you go back to so whenever anyone comes onto Shotgun Mario, they say, "Oh, this camera is awful. How do you even play like this?" Um,
Hmm.
but you get used to it if you play it more and more. And I found this. I went through my own little stint of doing Shotgun 70. I did a little race with Andy that some people might not know. He absolutely destroyed me, so I like to just delete that from my memory and forget it ever happened. But yeah, you get used to this game. You get used to the controls, and you get used to the camera angle, especially. All of a sudden, you forget why you hated it so much until you go back to the base game. And I remember I tried to do a 16-star run, and I think I've bloody messed up the flipping slide star multiple times because I was like, "Why is it turning left? I thought it was going to turn right." And yeah,
Hmm.
I don't even know how did they even mess up the camera angle? Like it's the same game. He just has a shotgun. Why is the camera angle like completely different? I don't know. But yeah, it's one of them things where you'll get used to one, go back to the other, and think, I feel like I don't even know how to play this game. So be aware of
Right.
that if you get into this.
No, that's good to know. And for those of you, anyone who hasn't, you know, played Mario 64 for themselves enough to really relate to why the camera would be so important. If you're playing Mario 64 or Shotgun Mario 64 and you're trying to go fast, it is pivotal that you have full control over your camera so that you can set up the angles that you want to. The camera doesn't act as a sort of free a free range sort of thing, if you will, like you'll see in other first person shooters or games that would come out nowadays. You use the C buttons. You have 4 buttons to control Lakitu, who has the camera, and he swings around the levels in very set ways, and you're locked and limited by the way that the camera behaves. And so I noticed that right off the bat, Freeman, when I started doing Shotgun Mario.
Yeah,
um the camera, I entered the castle and I'm way zoomed out in a totally different place than normal, almost as if I'm
yeah.
playing a completely different game.
Absolutely. And can I just say, did you just see what Jordan did there with moving reds? Oh my days, that was insane. Did you just
I
see
did
that?
talk over that. I did talk over
Oh,
that, but that was quite the clutch. Very well played. Got
that
all those
was,
reds.
mate, it was insane. He's done like 2 or 3 things in this run that I've literally been like, oh my god, what have I just seen? And this is just the entertainment value that you get when you watch people at such a high level, especially Jordan as well. He just does things, and you think, how is that even how has he even done that? Like, oh my god, yeah, that's
Very, very
insane.
cool.
That is
Very
insane.
interesting. I love TikTok clocks movement in this game. I like it in the
Yeah.
regular game as well. But just so many options to now find ways to boost yourself up and wall kick boost again. It's so fun and satisfying to watch as a vanilla
Hmm.
speedrunner myself. Very fun.
That's right. And I do want to shout out Bryce as well. He has got some of the most interesting movement that I've seen in TikTok clock. So you'll see how Craigie and Jordan will both do this thing where they'll triple jump over here. You know, Jordan's got a nice little roll out there as well. But they get out there like that. But I've only ever seen Bryce do this, and like I say, he's very high level, so he knows what he's doing. But there's another way you can do it, where you can just veer off to the right straight away, triple jump, and just go off like the very right wall bounce off that, and you get up to the same spot where that star is. It's very interesting movement. But yeah, this is the thing with Shotgun Mario, is that there's just multiple ways that you can do something very fast and at a very high level. Makes it very interesting to watch.
I believe that was one of the first things that I saw Bryce doing when I tuned into his stream. Early on, I don't think that the tournament had happened. It may have been the day of or the day before his race, because he went against Tyler right off the bat. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I just want to note as well, Craigie did take a death there, and Jordan is now in Sky. Ooh.
We'll see how it goes, but it is not looking good for DeadGuyDrives.
No, it is not. But please, go on. Continue what you're saying, man. Apologies to interrupt.
Yeah, just what you were talking about with Bryce and moving to TikTok clock. I think the first thing that I ever saw Bryce doing was in TikTok clock. He was working on really cool wall kicks on the right side instead of going towards those pendulums on the left, the way that Craigie and Jordan did it. He went on the right side and wall kicked out, and it's really cool. I don't know if he's maintained that strategy, but really cool to see those jumps.
Yeah, so I don't know if he was able to catch the third place matchup, but we did actually see Bryce doing that in the third place matchup. He does still do the wall jumps on the right. I don't know if it I can't really tell. Is it faster? I'm not sure, but I feel like if it was, then Jordan would have tried it. But maybe it's just a style points thing, man. Like there's a different way to get up the mountain in, how's the mountain level called? Tall Mountain, where people sort of veer off to the right straight away. I was told that that's not faster, but then I think Andy said he just hates the sound of the silly kicks where it's like wow 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 wow. And I totally get that. It's very annoying. So he literally sacrifices seconds just so he doesn't have to hear them damn wall kicks. I completely respect it.
That's right.
But there we go.
Right as Jordan finishes the race.
We go. So Jordan comes in there. Go ahead, Newman. Go ahead.
We see how important the 0 star run was for Jordan and how well he executed that, because we can see the DeadGuyDrives is now in bits right as he's finishing up. And so I just think back to, if Jordan got stuck on just BLJs during that 0 star run, that would have really changed the way that this all went down. So
absolutely.
Very, very well played.
It could have all been different, but there we go. We've brought Jordan and Craigie back into the room. Craigie very nearly finishing the race there, but Jordan has come away with the first win. Lads, how did we feel that one went?
That was nerve-wracking, but once I figured out that I had gotten ahead, I was like, I took a sigh of relief and just did my best to stay in my mind, not get too far ahead of myself and psych myself out, because I know how consistent Craigie can be.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, just don't screw up. Don't go fast, just don't screw up, and I'll be okay.
Absolutely.
So I started sweating a little bit with those flubs that I had in bits. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking, but kept my cool for the most part.
Absolutely, and you have come away with the first win. Craigie, how does that make you feel, man? How do you think your run went, and how do you feel losing the first one, man? Let us know.
Yeah, there were a couple silly bonks and stuff that just added on a little time here and there, and then a couple deaths because I was just not, things weren't feeling right. And I could see him catching up to me. We're pretty neck and neck there for a bit.
Yeah.
And as we were getting through Tippy, I hit that. I got a bad wall hit where it dropped me instead of giving me a wall kick, and I knew it was pretty much done from that point.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. But you did put up a very good fight, and there really wasn't that much in it. There really wasn't. Newman, do you have any questions for the races after that first race?
Well, huge congrats to Jordan on that run. I was thinking about, one of the variables that I mentioned just before we started chatting here was the 0-star run right before, and you really clutched that up. And we saw that you finished Bowser right as DeadGuyDrives was getting into bits. And so just wanted to say, way to clutch that out. Both of you played so consistent, and it was so close through so much of it. One thing that I did want to ask, because we had mentioned it in chat, that and we were just talking about the input, and some of the previous runners like Bryce were saying that if you're playing on OEM controller, that it's just a nightmare to control. Even someone said that Hori is a little bit weird. So I was actually curious what input both of you use and how you feel about that.
Yeah, so I'm actually using a Razer Wolverine Xbox controller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good controller, but yeah, it's an Xbox controller. So I've got both of my L buttons. I use the left bumper to shoot, and then the left trigger to crouch. Yeah, and then I've got the stick to actually aim whenever I go into my few like scope stars that I do.
Oh, that's awesome. What about changing the camera when you're not scoped in? Is that just your buttons on there, or do you have to use the joystick as a result?
It's the C stick, but I mean, it's fine. I've gotten used to it at this point, so it's not like inhibiting me in any way.
Oh, you absolutely have. Well, that's awesome. What about you, DeadGuyDrives? I was wondering what controller you're using.
Well, it'd be very familiar to you. You used it for a very long time on your when when you started out on emulate. Well, not started out, but as you were getting better and better, you were using those cheap little Amazon controllers that are kind of like Hori's.
Oh, yeah.
I'm using one of those.
Awesome. Old trusty. They're cheap.
Oh yeah.
They're effective. I mean, and it's turning out really well for you, DeadGuyDrives. I know that it was you didn't take this one, but it was a really close race, and your consistency is insane. The fact that you have improved your PB so much throughout the duration of this tournament, it really shows. You deserve to be here, and I'm really excited what we see in round 2.
Yeah, I'm not giving up hope yet. That's for sure. I think I can keep it close again.
Let's go.
Absolutely, and there really wasn't that much in it. There really wasn't. It sounds like, Jordan, you kind of you play this game like it's Call of Duty almost. You know, you map your Xbox controller so it's much easier to do. And I use an Xbox controller myself, so I think I need to, you know, learn what inputs you're using and try them for myself, because definitely like when you're using the scoped version of the shotgun, that can be hard to control. So I might need to get your inputs on that one.
What might help you is that I do actually invert the cameras. Like I inverted both the Z and the the X and the Y axis.
Okay.
You can see it like on my screen down in the bottom right. You can actually invert
Oh yeah.
both of those, and that makes it way easier for my brain personally
Oh,
to
okay.
aim. I don't think
Yeah.
it would help everybody, but I don't know. It works for me.
Yeah, definitely. I might have to give that a try.
Funny
Yeah.
enough, on this Hori style controller I do the opposite. I have the inversion off on both axes.
Yeah, but that's
Oh.
one of those things that a lot of people don't know that you can do, is you can change the orientation of the axes of, like, how you aim. So that is an option if it makes anything more comfortable with aiming. For me, I could not function with them off.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, so I might have to, yeah, definitely give that one a go myself.
That's
Hey,
actually just on like the list of kind of obscure controls in this version of the game
yeah.
that I feel like a lot of people don't know about. You can also use the D-pad to automatically change your camera angle to forward.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And then you can also use the other parts of the D-pad to like micro change your camera.
Oh, mate, that looks so smooth. Wow. No, I genuinely did not know you could do that. Oh, that looks so much better than the stupid Lakitu cam. Oh my god, I need that in my life, definitely.
I mean, you're not going to use it over Lakitu Cam most of the time. Maybe you will, but probably not. I use
Yeah.
it for very specific things.
Oh, okay. Huh. It sounds like it's down to personal preference, but I'll tell you what, I'm definitely going to give that a go myself. But yes, like, that's 1-0 to JordanTyler now, people. We'll see what happens in race 2, but first, I'm getting hot in here, so it's time to activate Freeman's stripness. Get this hoodie off of me. But don't worry, I'm not naked. I have the Freeman Gaming Shotgun 70 t-shirt on as well. Like I was saying before, you guys can get yourself some Shotgun 70 merch. Make sure you visit the website. I'm sure someone will be very kind and pop a link in the chat for me right now. But I'm all stripped off. Are you boys ready for race 2?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Cadence is asking if I'm taking all my clothes off. That will not be happening. We'll remain in the t-shirt just so I don't get banned. I think that might be the wrong website for that one. But yes, guys. All right. If you're ready, I'll count you in for race 2. And Newman, did you pay out the predictions? Did you do that? Or did you do it yourself?
I sure hope I did. Pay them out. I didn't do anything except for do the prediction. Did we see it go through? You know what? I pushed go on it and I didn't like follow up on it.
Oh, okay. If anyone in the chat could confirm, did that work? If not, I'm sure me and Newman can sort that one out in a moment once the races have kicked off. But yes, Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
I do see that it went through and the submissions are closed. I see the results of that. Do we want that now?
Yes, let's do that now because that was for race 1 and then we'll get a new one set up for race 2. Now that people have seen the first race, you know, they might have a different thought for the second. So let's see.
Yeah, I basically I called it who wins the tournament, so my bet on that.
Oh.
It was very, very close.
Okay. Yeah.
We had 51% to Jordan, 49% to DeadGuyDrives.
Oh wow, people were dead even split then. Oh my god. Hey, but yeah, if apparently it's not been paid out. So if you would like to pay it out, what I wanted to do is do it per race so that people can sort of see the first and then judge accordingly.
Will do.
Everyone's being like, "Give me my money, chill, relax, it's coming to you." And as for moderators, he's right here, guys. It's Newman.
Sorry, guys. I'm not normally a mod, so this is new to me, but I'll try and do it right this time.
Yeah, nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. But yes, Jordan, Craigie, we won't keep you waiting any longer, boys. Give me the go ahead, say yes, and we'll get things started.
Let's go.
Just real quick, I was actually going to say on the technical side, it might be best if me and Craigie mute ourselves through Discord this time. Because I just had Craigie muted on my end, so I don't know if I talked over him when I first started talking when you asked us the post-match questions. So it might be easier for us to just turn off our own microphones.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that for sure. I think with the mute, I think it works as Beats had to turn off his own side of things. So I think I may have to mute anyway. But yeah, if you boys would like to mute each other, that's fine. And you can do that before we count in if that's easier.
Yeah, I'm just going to mute my own microphone so that way you don't have to mute me or anything. You won't be able to hear me on the stream.
All right, no worries. Okay, well,
hit me with that deafen.
What's that?
Just make sure to hit me with the deafen so I don't hear the commentary.
Yeah, no worries at all. Okay, we'll do that. So yeah, if you boys are ready, I'll count you down from 5 and we'll go. I see that Craig's already muted, so I think you guys are ready. All right, so we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right,
Freeman. I did the prediction right this time. Who's gonna win race 2? We'll see how it goes. Put in your bets.
There we go. Right, let me make sure that Jordan's not deafened so he can hear the commentary. Okay. Yeah, man. Come on. Like, I thought you were better than this, Newman. Fuck. Nah,
oh
good,
man, new to the game, new to commentary, new to modding. Let's do it. This is great.
It's his first day, guys. It's his first day. Let him off.
Just put the fries in the bag, as they say.
Just put the fries in the bag, bro. Oh dear. You know what? I forgot to ask actually. I keep like switching between calling you Beats and calling you Newman. What's like the name that people normally will call you?
So Beats is very commonly used to address me nowadays. And the only thing I want to say about that is it's a name that I never expected to have. I never had before Mario. Basically, I started speedrunning Mario because I have been gaming with my brother T-Noom for a long time.
Yeah.
and he decided to start speedrunning Mario, and I was making content for him. And that was kind of my way before I got into actually playing Mario to continue doing the gaming thing with my brother.
Yeah.
And anytime, because of that, I was really involved with his community, and I met a lot of people in his live streams.
Yeah.
And he would call me Beats whenever I was in his chat. And
Oh,
I'm
right.
I am fine with this name, but I have no idea why he started calling me that. No one had ever called me Beats before. I've
Yeah.
always been Newman Beatbox or NBX or just Newman.
Yeah.
And but that's what my brother called me, and the community picked it up, and now I
Yeah.
look very fondly to that name. And so this may be a non-answer, but really you could call me either. I'm pretty
Oh,
comfortable with both.
yeah.
But I've never been called Beats until, the last year.
Oh, okay. I love how your own brother gave you that nickname. Like you were just
That's
like his
right.
brother. He knows your government name and everything, but he's just like, "Hey, Beats, how's it going,
That's,
man?"
that's right.
Yeah, I feel like I need to give
Jordan
you. Go on, go on.
Jordan looking like he's finishing a 0-star run, but had a little bit of trouble on that long jump across the top edge to those rotating platforms. So we'll see how this
Yeah,
race now goes now that he's finished that out.
he did indeed. He messed up on that sky jump a little bit, and he tried to redeem it, but it's one of them things. I feel like with that sky jump, if you mess it up, you're sort of like there's not really a way to bring it back. So he had to sort of go the let's play strat, but he's okay. He's lost. I think he's probably lost about 30 seconds there, and honestly, that could be the difference. But we'll soon find out.
If this race goes anything like the last, like if it went the exact same way, my guess is that DeadGuyDrives would have come out on top. So
Yeah,
we'll see how it pans out, because DeadGuyDrives took a couple deaths. Jordan was really, really consistent, except for maybe one or two things, but no major
yeah.
deaths or anything. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe his luck will run out.
Oh, just
Right
as you
as I
said
say
it. Oh
the
my
commentator!
god. Oh my god. He's died in the first level. Oh.
This sets the tone for a very, very interesting race. Let's see how this goes as DeadGuyDrives almost finishes the Tower Star.
He's 6 stars to the goods. Oh my god. Wow. And Jordan's taking a bonk. I feel like, honestly, this level is such a pain in the ass that I feel like now he's taking the death there, he might be shaking a little bit. But we've got to remember, we're dealing with the best of the best here. This gives Craigie a huge advantage, but it does not mean that Jordan is out yet. We know that he can, we know he's got the strats, we know he can catch up, but I was not expecting that.
Yeah, absolute curveball at the start of this race. Really, really interesting to see what is going to happen. Yeah, it looks like we have basically a 6-star lead. He's already through Womp's Fortress, so it's not at all the same situation that we had last time. And it does look like Jordan's luck kind of ran out for a minute. However, Jordan did mention that one of the mindsets that he has is to just keep his head on straight. Make sure that he just plays his game and doesn't get too psyched out. He may have gotten a little psyched out after that death and vanish. He took a couple bonks. But my bet is, just as you said, he's the best of the best, that he's going to lock in and make this happen. Let's see what he can do.
Absolutely. I can just, this is a bit of an early prediction from my side, but I feel like it's going to come down to TTC, TikTok clock in the dying moments of the game. I don't think Jordan is going to catch Craigie for a long time now. He's got his work cut out for him, and he's going to have to hope that Mr. Consistent ends up messing something up. And, if there's one person that you don't want to rely on to make a mistake, it's Craigie. And I'm not the only one that said that. Many people have also said that in this tournament. So we'll see. We will see.
Yeah, there are many approaches that you can take from my perspective when you start speedrunning. Some of the main ones that I've seen, the difference is there are some speedrunners that get into games and kind of go utilizing this feel-based system where they kind of pick up the mechanics of the game very well quickly and are able to rely on that to get good really fast. I view my brother as someone like that. When he started playing Mario, he had this way of just knowing what to do with Mario to make him move the way that he wanted to.
Yeah.
Now, the other style of play, and I'll try and get to my point quickly, is something more like me, and I believe that Craigie is quite a bit in this same mindset from what I've seen from him. It's a little bit less on the, not that Craigie doesn't have any natural ability, he's got plenty, but he has this very analytical mind where he does what he can to kind of see what Mario needs to do to get to point A, point B, and he needs to take the time to learn those steps.
Yeah.
Now, the pros and cons kind of go, there are pros and cons to both. But what I see from Craigie and the point that I'm trying to make is that I really see him as a person that has consistency because he really knows every single step. And it's taken that for him to get to the level that he's at now, is really taking every single star and mapping all of it out, every jump dive, every shot, so that he can get those stars as quickly as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that is just the way to do it as well. I'll be honest. And, I think when I was competing in Logan's 16-star tournament, people kind of clocked it with me. I'm the type where I will do a certain movement that people are like, why on earth is he doing that? But it just kind of works. But I'm someone that's not got the best time. And I feel like if you want to have like the best of the best times, the way you just described is the way that you need to do it. You need to know where to jump dive. You need to know where to long jump. You need to know where to triple jump. And, once you get them things nailed down, that's how you get the real quick times. You can only rely so much on just doing something and being like, hey, that worked somehow. Let me just keep doing that. I think, when you get to a certain level, you got to be figuring out what the exact movements are to get from, like you say, point A to point B the quickest.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. In fact, what I was saying before, I think that's a good clarification to make for those that are interested in speedrunning, that all those kind of different approaches really do apply to some of the earlier bits of speedrunning. But as you get quicker and quicker, like I'm thinking about my brother and his natural, he had kind of a way of just feeling out Mario and knowing what to do with him. But nowadays, his approach is much different as he's tried to get his times faster and faster. I imagine it's similar for Jordan and DeadGuyDrives.
Absolutely, yeah. And even like with Jordan, like making the routes himself, like I guess that's even more so the case for him. When you're sort of making your own routes, you have to think about quite literally everything, like every jump dive, every rollout that you do, it all counts. And it's like you were saying before, when you when you first get into speedrunning and someone's like, oh, I lost a second here, you're like, why does he care? But yeah, literally every second counts in things like this.
For sure. And I'm seeing Baron talk in chat about the consistency, and how you get consistency by knowing all the backups as well.
Yeah,
and
that's
we
right.
saw a great example of that when Jordan took the bonk in Snowman's Land, going over to the box star. He did lose some time, and that adds up, like we were mentioning at the time. But the fact that he was able to recover so much more quickly than some other people may be able to is part of the reason why he's as good as he is and the world record holder. He can bounce back very quickly.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the thing. Because we've seen that same incident happen. I think, don't mean to call him out or anything, but I think we saw it with Andy, where he made that same mistake, but he just couldn't quite get the backup, and it kind of held him back for a little while. But when you're able to just get the backup straight away, you know how to execute it. It means a lot, because sometimes like you may have to be using these backups in your personal best or your world record, because it's not perfect, especially in this game. And if you learn the backups, it might just give you what you need to do the rest of the run well enough to get a PB or a new world record.
Right. Absolutely. It's definitely a part. That's definitely something that I think you're going to see a major difference between newer runners or versus seasoned runners, is they will have their backups down. They know what to do no matter where Mario's at.
Absolutely. And can we get a quick prediction for the slide? Go on, Newman. What are we saying? What's he going to get?
I'm looking at 12-8.
Oh, that's unreal. Yeah, as I said before, you win absolutely nothing for getting that right. But hey, that was great. That was great. You did it, man. There we
I
go.
think he got a 12-8 last time, and so I was just going off of that, and it paid
Oh
off.
wow, mate, the consistency is insane. Even getting to the second the same slide time
Yep.
just shows you how consistent these runners are. It's unreal to watch. Unreal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I want to
So,
go. Go on. Go on.
oh, I was just thinking I might pull up ChatGPT and start saying some puns if we need it. But
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go.
I'll save it. Basically, if you didn't hear me before, guys, I was just thinking that we're gonna need some good, one-liners for this. And what better way to come up with one-liners, since none of us are actual comedians here, than to ask a robot, ChatGPT. And I'm seeing phrases like, looks like they've got their sights locked on that star. Bang! Another star down. No time for a reload. Mario's moving faster than a bullet bill on a caffeine rush. It's like he's got a shotgun full of skill and he's unloading it on this course. All right, I'm done for now.
That sounds like something else, mate.
It comes up with such interesting things.
Oh.
I just say, hey, can you give me some one-liners? And it just gives me 20 in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's brilliant, man. That is brilliant. You know what I was gonna say as well is you were talking about like obviously how your nickname is Beats and it came from your brother. I was gonna try and give you my own nickname right now.
Okay.
I was trying to think of one, but I can't put my finger on it. I was gonna call you Nooms, but but maybe that's what we'll go with, man, because that's the first thing that came to my mind. Nooms. What do you
Works
think about
for
that
me.
one? All right, Nooms.
I'm in.
There you go. It worked. It's like Beats mixed with Newman. I'll just put them together, man. That's it.
That's right.
I'm no chat
Nooms.
GPT, but that'll be all right. That'll do for now.
Oh, absolute legend. I rely on AI for too much, it sounds like, because I mean, it's got a place in my heart, but man, it is surprising what it can do.
Absolutely, mate. To be honest, I don't rely on it enough. I mean, by day, I'm a software developer. And realistically, if you're looking at jobs that could benefit from AI, there are a few jobs that could benefit more than a software developer. Like, I should be using it way more than I do. And the first real sort of instance that I've had of like seeing it in action was doing these rap battles. And honestly, when you see it for the first time, you do just think, oh my god, like how does it know this? How can it do this? But yeah, it is amazing, man. It is amazing.
It's crazy. It's so well versed. It's almost as well it seems that AI is just well versed in basically any topic you can think of. Whereas a human, in order to get the level of knowledge and creativity that it has, you have to work on something as much as something like Jordan and DeadGuyDrives have on this game. You just have you have to put so much in, but AI seems to just have a hold on all of it. In fact, I asked it if it knew what Shotgun Mario was, and it described it to me, and it knew it was a ROM hack.
No way.
It knew who the creator was and everything. It's just insane. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, that is insane. It knows things that are so niche, and you're like, where have you even pulled that information from? It's
Right.
insane. I do want to mention as well, by the way, two things. Number one, guys, look, I'm sorry that there's ads. I can't do anything about the ads. All right, I'd love to do this on TikTok, but they're so sensitive. Like, I actually got a hashtag shotgun70 banned because it's like to do with guns. Basically, they wouldn't even let me use the hashtag, and that's like the name of my tournament. So that's how touchy TikTok is. So I apologize for the ads. I really do. And number two, we just had 32 people in here live, which I think is the record for this whole tournament. So I don't know what you've done, Nooms, but that's all you, man. Thank you for coming in tonight, man.
I appreciate you saying that, but I feel like you have been putting so much into this tournament and marketing it, and it's so well thought through, the structure of it all, and not to mention Jordan and DeadGuyDrives as a part of this finals. I mean, there's a lot of hype around it, and you deserve it. All of this that you've done is so cool. So thank you for that.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I mean, to be fair, I feel like it's a very niche thing to host a tournament. Like, not a lot of people have done it in this realm, but I know Logan's done it, and he'll probably agree with me. Like, the whole sort of setting up a tournament and running it is there's so much that goes behind it. It's you can't even imagine it, and there's a lot of stress involved. Obviously, like, you're taking charge of a big project, and like there's been nearly like 15 other creators involved in this in total. There's a lot to it, man. But honestly, as stressful as it's been at times, I've loved every flipping minute of it, man. I'd highly recommend anyone that wants to do something like this, do it, because not only is it great to do, but it's just great for the community as well. Like, so many people benefit. It brings like such great content, and I'm excited to see Deanie's tournament. I don't know if you've seen, but Luigi
Yes.
Deanie is bringing a DKR Donkey Kong Racing tournament to us. So I'm looking forward to seeing that next. I definitely feel like it's becoming more of a thing in the Mario community of people hosting tournaments, and I love to see it. I love to see it.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything that you just said. And it is such a good thing for the community. It helped me a lot when Doc Rock put on some tournaments early in my speedrunning days. It helped me
Oh,
to stretch myself
yeah.
and learn more about the game. They were all Mario based tournaments, but it helped me so much, and it was so fun to be a part of. And I imagine that so many competitors and viewers alike feel the same about what you're doing here and what Deanie's about to do with this tournament. That tournament hasn't started though, right? It's going on in through November or so, or
That's right, that's right. And you guys have not gotten rid of me yet. By the way, I've just been informed it's Diddy Kong Racing, not Donkey Kong Racing, and I've been called a donkey. So I apologize for that. But yeah, you guys are not getting rid of me just yet. Well, apparently, I didn't know this until today. I knew I was going to be a commentator, but Deanie referred to me as one of the main commentators of the race. So you haven't got
let's
rid of me yet.
go.
I'm coming back, man. But yeah, honestly, it's like I say, I feel like these tournaments are so great, and when I took part and watched Logan's tournament, it was some of the most entertaining things that I'd seen. So yeah, I can't wait to see more of this, and it's been a pleasure to like bring this to people. I can tell that people have just loved it, man, and that's the main thing for me. I wanted to just make something that like gets me involved and like way out of my comfort zone, because I never collabed with anyone before Logan's tournament, really. But it's so key to like getting your name out there, but it's also so intimidating at the same time, because you don't know what people are going to be like, and especially if you're in charge of something, like it does feel like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders. But it's one of the best things I've done, man, and I'm so glad that people have turned up and enjoyed it.
I'm glad to hear that, Freeman. Sounds like been really rewarding personally for you, and I hope that at the same
Absolutely.
token, because we know it's been rewarding for the community and the competitors, I really hope it comes back to you even more in ways that you don't expect as you move forward after the tournament. That's
I
just
hope
great.
so, man. Yeah. And thank you for coming in tonight, man. I didn't think you'd do it. I didn't think we'd get you, but it's
Oh
a
yeah?
pleasure, man. It's a pleasure to have you here. I know you're a busy man. You got a lot on, so mate, thank you for coming down, man.
Oh, I appreciate you saying that, but I seriously feel flattered that you wanted to have me on, and I'm stoked to be a part of it. So just thanks for the invite. I wouldn't think that at all. I was really excited to commentate on this, and so
Good
yeah,
man.
thank you.
Good man. A few people, well, a lot of people actually might not know, but you was actually going to be, well, when I first messaged you about it, I wanted you to be a competitor, didn't I? I wanted you to actually race it.
Yes, that's right. Freeman did reach out to me, guys, and asked if I would be a part of this tournament, and it would have been a great opportunity. And basically, what I know already know this, Freeman, but
Yeah, go
basically
ahead.
what I told him and my reason for staying out of this was just because I love so much 120 star vanilla Super Mario 64. And why is this applicable? Not because I've always done it, but because I have found through I've only been speedrunning the game for just over a year. I found that there are so many events like this that have come up, and I'm so fortunate to be able to even say that out loud. But there have been just different events and categories that have taken me away, or I shouldn't even act like it's the categories or the tournament's fault. It's been me that's decided to just pursue these other avenues. And what I found is almost a year has gone by, and maybe like 1 or 2 months out of that year has been spent playing my favorite category, which is 120 star vanilla Mario 64. And so it was just one of those timing things where this tournament was starting, and I had maybe been 1 day back telling my chat, I'm doing 120 forever now. And then I got the invite from Freeman, and I thought to myself, I think I need to say no this time and
Yeah.
pursue this thing that I want to make my main thing. And yes, I'm glad I did that. No, I don't know that I would do it. It not, now that all this has been said and done, it seems like it would have been a great thing to be a part of, but also happy to be a commentator. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
anyway, that's basically where I was, just feeling the need to do my own thing for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like you say, 120 is now your thing. Oh my God, I can see it already in my chat. Like, it's like a little meme. Everyone thinks it's so funny. Like, let's have a little joke and say, hey Ryan, when you doing a 120 star? Oh, I hate that category, man. It's just because I'm so bad at it. Like, if I actually was good at it, I'd probably do it. But everyone just loves to be like, hey, do you want to do a cheeky 120 star? And it's like, no,
Sure.
it will take me 6 hours and I'll hate it. No. But yeah, I love the fact that you found something that you really like to do, and I feel like it's really important, man, to have like, to niche it down to something, and then people just sort of know what they're expecting. It's important, man, because then people are turning up and they know exactly what they're getting, and they're turning up for that reason. So I can totally understand like why you would focus yourself on that one thing. I know we was having a little chat about it in your stream yesterday, but what are your goals for 120 star? Like, where do you see yourself going with it?
Yeah, so right now I'm sitting at a 1:46:56, which is I think a fine time, but in the entire Mario community, that's 10 minutes slower than the world record. So I have a long way to go, and I'd like to get faster and faster. And one of the ways that I'm doing that is setting a short-term goal. I'd really like before the end of 2024 to get a 144XX. Even if it's a 144:59, I'll take it. I think that would be a huge milestone for me in where I'm at. And I'm working really hard to achieve that. So every day on stream, I've been trying to analyze my gameplay, the strategies that I'm using, choose which strategies I feel like will save me time without, too much unnecessary risk so that I can get this. And I'm determined. I want to get it. The 144 is my goal.
That would be insane. That's a different level, man. Like when people get sub 2 hours on 120 star, they're considered a good player of the game. But yeah, you are going for like greatness, mate. I get it, right? There's people that have got like a 137 time now, but yeah, getting under 145 is just insane, mate. I believe you can do it, man. Like you're putting in the grinds. Like I reckon you're gonna do it, man. But what's your PB right now? Like, what are we working with at the moment?
So in 120 star, I have a 146:56. And so I'm
Wow.
just under 147. So
Yeah.
I've got, just under 3. Well, if I got 3 minutes faster, then I'd be there, right? Let's see. No, that would be 143, 2 minutes. That's what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about a 2 minute one. Yeah, 2 minutes of time save you
And
need.
I've been on the practice grind, but I actually do believe wholeheartedly right now that I can get. I like to set realistic goals for myself, Freeman. So
Yeah,
I,
no, 100%.
I believe right now that I could do a 145 if I kept grinding for it. But I want that 144, and since I've got a couple months left in the year, I might as well just be on the practice grind until I feel satisfied to do those runs. And so
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Can I just say, right? Jordan's in the chat, brother. What are
saw
you
that.
doing? What? This guy is insane. He's literally racing. He's behind, and he's in the chat. Oh my god! Honestly, this guy is—he's a comedian, man. He's so funny, and he's even talking about doing carpet. Honestly, wait, he's done that weird thing with the nose again. He actually is just here for the entertainment. I flipping love it. If he does,
Yeah.
if he does carpetless and comes back and wins, that is. Nah,
Right.
I can't, man. I'm turning the stream off now if he does that. There's no way.
He hit deep freeze or something in Snowman's Land, and while he was exiting, he comes out with the chat that says 120 win.
Yeah,
Back when we were talking about that meme.
Yeah, literally just to take the piss out of me. This guy is unbelievable. He's so funny. But he just like this is the thing. He's just so good at the game. Like if anyone else tried that, they would be an idiot. But he just can get away with it. Like it's actually a bit annoying, to be honest. How can he do that? How on earth is he? He's emoting, man. Get out of my chat and play. I can't believe what I'm watching. And he's he's 3 stars behind now. But he's genuinely catching up. He was 6 behind, and now he's only 3. He's actually catching up.
Right. We have just a few. It looks like we're coming close to 25 stars left in
Yeah.
the round, and it is getting closer and closer. And so, unless Jordan has another mistake, like the one that he had early on in Vanish Cap, then we're gonna have to rely on Craigie to go, probably at his quickest pace in order to keep the lead on Jordan.
Yes, absolutely. And let me just clear up right now. No, Jim, I will not be adding on an extra £200 to the prize pool. Mate, I'm already flipping putting myself out of pocket for this prize pool in the first place. There's no way. Unless you're adding it. I ain't bloody adding that. Are you crazy? Guy's crazy, honestly. Just for anyone that doesn't know, second place today will be walking away with 41 Great British pounds, and whoever wins tonight is going to be walking home. That's a bit weird. Walking away with 127 Great British pounds. So there's a lot on the line. Obviously, second place is getting a nice little bonus there as well. But yeah, first is taking home a big prize pot tonight. So these competitors are going to want it.
That is so awesome. We're seeing Craigie finish up the pyramid star. No real hiccups there. And one of the things that I was kind of disappointed with, if there was only one thing I was disappointed with with this game, was that you can't just take out the man array with the shotgun. Man, it would be nice.
Oh, honestly, that would be so good. But you might not know this. You can actually shoot the rings.
Oh, you can shoot the rings. I see.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying. It would be so... I would love it, actually. That manta ray annoys me sometimes. Imagine you could just, bang, shoot it, get the star. It would just make sense. But you can actually shoot the rings. Although, from a personal standpoint, even though it does work, I don't recommend it. So when I raced Andy way back when, I tried that for like the fourth and fifth ring, shot them, and the star did not appear. And when I went back through the rings, it didn't count. So I literally was stuck in the level and nothing happened. So
no.
You run the risk of that happening, and it's very annoying if it does. But yeah, it's one of them things. Like, it does work, but it's a bit flaky. So
I see.
I
see. I just know that there are a lot of speedrunners out there that do not have a good place in their heart for that man array. So it's too bad they didn't take the opportunity when developing this game. But this lead, it's a lead, but it is closing in little by little. As I'm looking at the difference in their gameplay, there aren't a ton of mistakes being made, that's for sure. But like even on this big bully strat, we do see that Jordan takes it a little bit quicker. And those things are going to add up if they both don't make mistakes. And so, honestly, if I were Craigie, I might be hoping that Jordan makes a mistake in order to clutch this win.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, we can't take it away. There is still 4 stars worth of difference. Like, Jordan does have his work cut out for him, and he took a little slide there. But yeah, we might just see free scope, making its return and making him a little bit quicker.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can't wait to see free scope again. Jordan has not done free scope, so you know what? If he loses, I'm gonna say you lost because you didn't do free scope, and you can't tell me otherwise. No one can tell me otherwise because it's the facts. He didn't do it, and he lost. So
it's how it is, undeniable.
You hit free scope, and the powers that be, Sir T's beautiful bold crystal head tells us that you will win if you do that strategy.
So we are both in Lava Land right now. I'm trying to think if they were in Dire Docks together. This might be the first time they were in a level together. I might be wrong. Maybe I haven't been paying enough attention to that. But it seems like they gather a lot of stars here in Lava Land. I really like this strategy that DeadGuyDrives used to go get the volcano star. Top of volcano that Jordan uses a lava boost for, I believe.
He does, yeah. I was very surprised to see that. I just want to rewind real quick. That Sir T reference was something from the third place matchup, because he was saying he already knew who'd won it, and then he said he had this like crystal ball on the top of his head. It was a thing, so I was referencing it back. I'm not just like taking a dig at his bald heads. It's all good, man. It was something that happened last time.
Gotcha.
But yes, the lava boost was. Wow, it's quite something. I did not expect that from Jordan in the first one, but it's very quick, and he'll definitely make up a good few seconds by doing that this time.
Are we? I believe we're about to see free scope, and we didn't miss it, did we?
No, I don't think so. I've had my eye on it. Yeah, because that was the first star that was blocked. Is he going to hit it twice in a row? Oh, I missed it. No, he missed free scope.
I see. So not particularly forgiving. It can be missed, but he had a quick backup.
Yeah,
not surprised.
Right. That's right. And that's what we were saying as well. It's like, yeah, okay, it might not be 100% accurate. You might not hit every single time, but it's one of them things where you just might as well go for it, because even if you miss, the backup is just as quick as the normal route. So yeah, it's just something you might as well go for. When you get in that position, just shoot and hope. And if it works, then you've got it.
That's right. Very nice lava boost from Jordan.
Yes, we love to see it. It's crazy. It's crazy that you can just do that. To be fair, it looks so easy, but I can guarantee you it's probably so hard to do that. Oh, Craigie! Oh my god. That was very close. Oh,
very nice backup, though. That could have been a disaster for DeadGuyDrives, but he did back it up well. And it's not easy to do that when you're on those slopes. And it makes me think of what you were just saying, Freeman, is that this game really, in general, I would say this applies not just to Shotgun Mario, but vanilla as well. Any form of Mario, it just looks easier than it is. And that's a fact about so many things. But Mario, I think, is one of the most in this way. It is just so janky and so precise the way that you need to move Mario that if you haven't done it before, you wouldn't realize just how difficult it is. It looks a lot easier than it is.
Absolutely. And we have seen actually multiple times in this tournament so far where that same thing has happened that just happened to Craigie, and the other person has just not been able to get it back and have taken a death there. So credit where credit is due. Craigie did very well there to just keep himself up and not take the death there, because that definitely would have let Jordan back in, being only 2 stars behind right now.
Quick question I have is, do you know, or does anyone in chat know, is fall damage not a thing in this hack? I just saw DeadGuyDrives fall so far, and he didn't take damage. Is it because he used the shotgun?
So it is because you're right. If you do a shot, you don't take full damage. So yeah, it's a clever thing you can do. Obviously, like you see it when you do the long jump to the shot to get that star that they just got. Because he shot first, he will not take full damage.
I see.
Very
cool.
If you don't shoot first, then you will actually, you will take full damage. But the shotgun just makes it happen.
I see.
Jim is saying, go ahead.
He's still got a 3-star lead, but it feels to be creeping from my perspective. It's getting a little bit closer as we go. Right as I say that, he takes a fall.
There we go. There we go. He must have just got it like just a little bit out there. His head was poking through the floor, but nothing else. Oh man. Apparently there's no full damage at all. I thought it was just when you do the shotgun. I'm sure I've taken full damage before, but apparently there's no full damage at all.
Maybe. I see. There are a lot of, that same thing. There are things like that. And Jordan, after round 1, was talking about how you can finally adjust the D-pad with in this game to change the camera a little bit. Those are quality of life things that some ROM hacks put in. And this must just be no exception to that if that's true. If you can't take fall damage, it may just be, the developer's preference, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. People in my chat just absolutely loving the fact that I was wrong about something. Oh, I love you all, man. You're so kind to me. Definitely just don't bully me the whole time. It's great, man. It's fantastic.
Just one big family here, huh?
Absolutely. Do you get this in your chat? Do your chat bully you, or is this just a me thing?
Oh, yeah. I think, and my personality and stream brand, if you will, is to be just super positive and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you would think that would have an effect, and to an extent it does. You know what I mean? Like chats act the way, that the streamer acts in ways, and then they also develop a mind of their own. And anyway, what am I getting at? What I'm getting at is you would think that I wouldn't get it so much, but man, we've got some people in your chat right now that are regulars in my stream that love to give it to me, man.
Yeah.
And it's a good time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, my normal viewers are just like, oh yeah, you get what you give. What? Like, what do you mean? It's more like you that watch get what you give. You do it to me. You did it first. God, it sounds like a flipping playground discussion, doesn't it? He did it first, guys. But
I love it. It's
on.
a fun thing about streaming. The community, they really do. Chat has a mind of their own, you know, because every single username behind there, that's a person with so much experience and everything, and they have so much to bring to the table, and integrating them into, you know, in the community and the events that you do on stream. It's always fun to have chat. If it weren't for chat, I don't know I wonder what streaming would look like if there wasn't a chat function. It would surely not be what it is today, not just for logistical reasons, but just for, you know, what it feels like to be in a live stream. If you've never been in a live stream, I get why people are like, why do you want to watch people play video games? But man, it's the modern day chat room. Like, it's just such a good time, and community is so strong in so many places on Twitch and other streaming platforms.
Is Jordan going for carpetless?
Is he actually?
Oh my god, he's actually doing it. Oh my god, what am I seeing, man? He's gonna do carpetless. This guy is unbelievable. Is he actually gonna get it? He's actually got.
Is that the first one in the tournament?
No, it's the second. He bloody did it against Andy as well. Oh my god. Wow.
We are witnessing greatness. The gusto, the determination.
Oh my god.
Straight from JordanTyler taking on carpetless in a race like this.
That is unbelievable. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Hey, we got the stud Dean here as well. Apparently Jordan trying to play for that game through. I love how Dean's actually streaming right now, but he just had to come in to see what the hell was going on. And he's definitely coming at the right time. But yeah, like you say, Nooms, like, without a chat, it would be very weird. And when I do things like this, I feel like it fills the gap. And, you know, it kind of seems like it would be too much if you responded to all of the chat requests whilst also trying to bounce off the co-commentator and vice versa, and, you know, get opinions from the races and all of that. But just in a normal stream, like the chat makes the stream. Like, if you try and stream to one viewer, you're like, well, what am I talking about? I don't even know. But yeah, when you've actually got people there, it's just like, sometimes it honestly just carries the stream. So I appreciate everyone that's turns up for me, because it genuinely makes the stream what it is. So good.
I totally agree. And I'm getting people asking me in chat as you talk about them so kindly, asking me when I'm gonna do carpetless. I get this question every day. I get it every day. It's kind of like the cheeky 120 that you were talking about for you. I get asked about carpetless all the time. Being a 120 runner, and, you know, I definitely plan to do carpetless eventually. But man, it's a high, what do you call it? A high stress trick. Let's just say that it's a difficult one, and at the end of the run. And so my goal has been, I'd like to incorporate it, but probably not until I'm down closer to a 142 or so. Assuming that I can take it that far, just because it's a lot. But, you know, the peer pressure might get to me. That's what makes it so fun in these streams. Just like we're saying, the chat really has a mind of its own and makes it what it is.
Yeah, because it can sometimes just change the whole trajectory of what you're going to do as well, can't it? When you have these conversations with chat, and yeah, suddenly things are just, you know, things just take a turn and you do something completely different. But it looks like Craigie is going into Dark World now. Is this going to go to a third game? It's looking like it will.
It's certainly looking like it. If DeadGuyDrives can keep that mindset that Jordan was referring to, and I believe Craigie can do this, and just keep locked in. Don't let this moment get to you, because you can really get shaky in these types of tournaments. If you're anything like me, you can get nervous, man. Yeah. And that can really affect your play. But if you can keep your head on straight, he's got this in the bag. So let's see if he can pull off, you know, this sky jump.
Yeah. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. But is he going to go back? He is going to go back. It gives Jordan a little bit of time. And Jordan's only got 1 star. It could be coming down. He's missed it. Oh, he's missed it and missed a backup. Oh, but he's going for safety now as Jordan finishes his 70th star. Things just got really intense.
It is getting closer and closer.
Oh,
He cannot take a fall here.
Can Jordan catch him? He can't get up. He can't get up. No.
This slope is the stuff of nightmares. When you've got the nerves going, it is not a good time.
No, it's not. Oh my god.
Nice choice.
Is Jordan going to catch? Jordan must be thinking right now because he can hear the commentary. He's like, shit, I got to go. Oh my god. Craigie is getting up the final turners now. But if Jordan hits this jump first time, it could be... Oh my god. We've got to see if he hits
can get this jump. You never know.
Oh, he's hit it first time. Oh my god. It's going down to the throws.
I'm unaware of how comfortable Craigie is with his throws. It's looking good so far.
Yeah, he's got to hit him quick. He cannot afford a miss.
Okay.
I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it. Oh, I think he has. I think he has. That was close. And considering, you know, Jordan was 6 stars behind with the death in the... What's it called? Vanish cap. And he's brought it down to throws. And he did carpetless as well. That is... Wow. That could not have been closer. Where the hell is Jordan sending Bowser? He can't even make it back. Yeah. Oh my god. Right, let's bring the boys back in. Let's bring them back in. Alright. Lads, you are back. I think you guys are muted on your side, but what a close second race. Oh my god. What? You guys got anything to say about that? What happened?
Man, it was I had a pretty decent lead there, and Jordan was catching up there as we got into like the basement and tippy parts. I thought I was feeling really good going into bits there, and then I missed the god jump. I missed a second god jump.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out.
I bet. Wow, that honestly, you took it down to the wire. Jordan, you did bloody carpetless and you were in my chat. What the hell was even that? What the hell was even that, man?
I don't know. I wanted to make people laugh. I thought it was fun. That's basically it. Like, I knew that I messed up. Like, you know, I had some issues with God Jump and the 0-star run. And then Vanish Cap is like the hardest damn part of this entire run. And once I missed that, I was like, okay, whatever happens in this, I'm going to make sure that it's entertaining, if nothing else. I'm going to be stupid with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I succeeded. If there's something that I know how to do, it's how to be a dumbass, and that was the goal.
Oh, it was fantastic, mate. It was amazing content. I just want to say, Deanie, the absolute stud, coming in here with a raid. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And you have come at the most perfect time, because for the first time in this whole tournament, as I said, I wanted to see, even though I am going to be sleep deprived as hell tomorrow, I don't give a shit. We're going to a third race. Come on. It's happened. I flipping love that, man. I flipping love that. But Nooms, have you got anything to say, my friend, on that second race?
I am quaking right now, filled with excitement, filled with enthusiasm, very excited to see how this turns out. We said it at the beginning. I'll say it again. This is a close race. CraigyBoy, JordanTyler, let's see what they can bring. This is going to be such a hype last race. You don't want to, you cannot leave right now. This is for all the marbles.
This is going to be insane. I know you just said you can't leave right now, but I need a wee. I don't know about anyone else, but I need a quick wee break. Is that okay? Is that all right?
No, I like that idea. I'm going to do the same.
Yeah.
Let's see if Newman can hold this down.
Right.
I got this. I'll hang out. I'll beatbox for him or something.
I was about to say, if I keep my headset on, just beatbox the whole time. No, I can't expect that from you. But if you could, that would be great.
No problem. I got you.
One to no one. He says too many legends.
Absolutely. All right, let me have a wee real quick. I'm gonna keep the headset on so I can hear what Nooms comes up with. I'll be right back.
We'll see what we can do. Okay, guys. Freeman's keeping on his headset, so we can't play a prank on him or anything. But yeah, I know that you can't see me, but just imagine to yourself right now that this really, really legendary, shining, muscular man is on the screen. That's me. What's that? You hear a sound. Where's it coming from? It's Newman Beatbox! It's Newman Beatbox with the beats.
Oi! That was fantastic. What the hell?
Thank you, Freeman.
Oh, and here he is, the beautiful, shiny, muscular man. I am back.
That's right.
Oh, wow, that was fantastic, man. I knew I could rely on you to keep the people entertained. That was fantastic, man. Thank you so much for that.
No problem. They're good to me. I feel like sometimes I don't know if you feel this on the other side of chat, giving us a lot of crap sometimes. That I find that they're also very forgiving in their own way. And I could just do, I can make a joke that from my perspective is a total flop, or like I'll look back on, 5 minutes where I go off on a tangent. And then after the tangent, I think to myself, was that really what I decided to talk about on stream? But they're always so nice. And so I feel like chat has, good sides and bad sides. Some good sides. Just a few good sides, chat.
I get that, mate. I get that as well. Honestly, I've done some streams in the past where I've done like a forfeit stream with alcohol and stuff, and I'm like, Jesus, I've probably said some absolutely stupid things in that stream, but they keep coming back. So,
That's
like
right.
you say, they're very forgiving. I feel like you form like a bond with your chat, and they form a bond with you, and yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing. I agree.
Right, our racer's back.
I'm here.
Back, but give me just a moment.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries at all. Jim has just clipped Freeman Jamness. Oh, I need to I need to see this. Hold on a minute. Let me just see this real quick. Gross auspicious scorpion baby rage is what that clip's called. Let me see this. I don't know if you guys can hear what I'm hearing right now. I'm just waiting to see myself just charge through the door. This clip is definitely getting featured.
Watch that too.
Oh my god. Okay, let me feature that one real quick. Is there more
That's
beatboxing
amazing.
going on right now?
What was that you just asked?
Are you watching it yourself?
I just watched. Yeah, I had just gotten finished watching maybe like 30 seconds ago.
Because I could still hear it. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's gone. Wow, that was so funny, man.
I was watching it. That was hilarious. You came in getting it, bro.
Yeah, mate, I fucking love
See,
that.
all right, that's a move.
That was fantastic. All right, boys, we're on good spirits. Are we ready to do the final race of the tournament?
Let's do it.
The other thing I forgot to mention, I was like 16 seconds green going into bits.
Oh,
and
really?
so I was on PB pace.
What?
The god jump took it away from me.
Oh no, that's
So let's see if
played,
we can make
though.
it happen this time.
Yeah, hopefully you can get your PB, man. Hey, well, I was gonna say we might be able to see a world record, but we technically already had it because Jordan's got the first ever 0+70 star world record. So congratulations to you, man. Smashed it.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, if you boys are ready, I'll count you down from 5 and we'll get into the final one. All right?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Good luck, Jordan.
Good luck.
So let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go. There we go. Now let me do the mutes and stuff. Nooms, my friend, if you want to get the predictions paid out for me, I'd appreciate that.
I paid out the last one, and let me get this next one started.
Very much.
Just for who's gonna win this race, right?
Yeah, who's gonna win this one? That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Now let me get the right. Wait, let me make sure I've got the right bloody music playing. Oh no, I need to have the other one play. There we go. Okay, I've got the right music playing. We're all good. We're all good. Thank you everyone for the follows as well, by the way, and for tuning in tonight. It's been a flipping awesome stream. I couldn't have, you know, wanted or predicted that the finals would go as well as they did. So I hope you guys have had a great time, and yeah, I can tell you for sure I have. Oh, Craigie has taken a death straight away. Oh,
that is
no.
a big one right off the bat for Craigie. That's right. We'll just have to see. We do see a fall from Jordan as well. Oh my, it was almost a big fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see how this pans out. We'll see what happens with Jordan along the way, and hopefully Craigie can clutch up. Because these early, I mean, you know, every moment of this race, as we can see from the previous two, Craigie needs to savor every single moment. So.
Yeah, he does indeed. This is like, it's one of the worst deaths that you can have because it's right at the beginning of the run, and it just sets you up in that mood like, I've messed up already.
Yep.
And yeah, it can definitely get to you. So we'll have to see if Craig can just hold it down, keep his cool. See, we'll soon find out.
As Jordan enters Bowser 3 and has got Bowser in his sights. DeadGuyDrives finishes Vanish Cap, and we'll see how this all pans out. But hey, we are on race 3, and that's what we wanted.
I can't believe it. It's actually gone to it. All this time, I've been like, this is the one, guys. It's going to a race 3. And I was starting to lose hope. I was like, we're not going to get that race 3, are we? But here it is. And we've just had Jordan completing his 0-star run there. Craigie only 1 star ahead right now. So we'll see what that does to the game.
Yeah, we'll see. This is I'm honestly biting my nails already. So we'll see how the rest of this pans out. You know, it could go so many different ways. It really, Jordan could take the lead really, really early on, but you just never know. We might see another death and Vanish Cap from Jordan. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll stay on the edge of our seats for it as Jordan enters Vanish Cap.
That's it. And we just had a question. I know there's some people that are newer coming into the chat, maybe from Deanie's raid, asking why is Jordan doing a 0-star run first? And it's because it's a handicap. So Jordan's PB, being the world record holder in this category, is much higher than Craigie's. And so to make things more even, he's doing the 0-star run first to just make things tighter and make things a little bit more fair for the rest of the competition. So that is the reason for that.
Was the beginning brackets, was that sorted by PB, or like was it random how you did like the initial matchups, or how did you do it? If you don't mind.
So I should have done it with how Deanie's done his tournament, where he did like a seeding thing.
Okay, yeah.
But what I did instead was I got everyone's PBs together. I said, right, which games right now are going to make the most sense? And so that's why Jordan faced Bryce first, because it was like rank 1 versus rank 2, rank 3 versus rank 4, like that. And to be fair, I could see why it would have been better to seed, because obviously, you know, having the 2 highest ranked players play each other first probably isn't the best idea. But that's how I did it. And it sort of led to actually, to be fair, it could have worked out a lot worse. I think rank 1 ended up playing rank 3, and then Craigie went from being like rank 7 to like rank 4, or like maybe even rank 3. So it all kind of changed about. But yeah, the way I did it is not the way that I'd recommend. I'd definitely recommend seeding. But yeah, sure. I basically did it when it was a quarterfinals. I just said, whoever's got the closest times, you know, let's not put like flipping Craigie, who had a PB of 57 minutes at the time, up against Jordan, who has a 39, because how the hell are we even going to do that? So
sure,
that's the way I dealt with it.
I think it's so valid the way that you went about it. I see that you're saying that you think maybe if you did it again you'd go with the seeding route, but
Yeah.
you know the way it was super the way that you went about it made it so that the beginning rounds, you know, had a little bit more hype, and if you do seeding, then it can really affect the ending. Like
Yeah.
this maybe would be without a handicap this last round, but then the
Yeah.
first, you know, first or second rounds might have been a sweep. And so it really, I think there's some give and take there, and I don't think you've done anything wrong with this. I think this has been a really cool tournament.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. And it's like you
Oh
say,
yeah.
it's worked out really well because I think there was a handful of people, you know, when we first went into it, they were just getting into the game, and so their PBs were a little bit skewed. I.e., you know, Craigie, for example, who's gone from a 57-minute PB to a 42 now. And the way it's all worked out is like if he'd have faced Jordan in the beginning, it would have been a whitewash. But now it's, you know, it's come to a point where, you know, Craigie's had enough time to get ready for a matchup like this, and it's all like I can't think of one matchup in the whole tournament, surprisingly, that's actually been, you know, a complete mismatch. So yeah, it's actually, you know, without even thinking or knowing what would happen, it's turned out well.
Well, that's great. I'm glad that it's feeling good because it really, from the outside looking in, has felt like a great tournament and just a lot of hype around it. So
You.
huge kudos to you for that.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Will you ever host a tournament after seeing it? What are your thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, so I have thought a lot about back when I was doing some tournaments that Doc Rock put on. I was thinking of what could I do that would introduce a tournament that I personally would be really interested in hosting one that appealed to casual players, people
Yeah.
that just because I was in a bunch of tournaments that really kind of came down to hard speed running, and this is kind of like that as well, which is really, really fun. But I was like, is there something that we could do for the community? And
Yeah.
nothing's been fleshed out. So all of these are just ideas. But something that I really like the idea of, I don't know if we'll do this, but I love the idea of doing like so in co-op Mario, there is a mod that acts it puts you in the castle and it acts very similarly to the way the game GeoGuessr plays. Are you familiar?
I am indeed, yeah.
So yeah, I think that a GeoGuessr tournament would appeal to literally anybody because it's not about speed running, it's about your knowledge of the castle in Mario 64, where you can put a picture of wherever the, you know, I would be the host and I would go hide somewhere in the castle and then I would feed to the competitors a picture of where I'm at, but it would be an obscure picture, like a very close shot of a wall
Yeah.
texture. And I feel like this kind of tournament could be really interesting and appeal to a lot of casuals. So anyway, I don't need to go into any more detail about that, but just to answer your question, that's probably what I would do if I hosted a tournament. It's something that, you know, that you wouldn't see a lot of, and a lot of what you see is speedrunning. So that's kind of
Mm.
how I'm thinking outside the box.
Yeah, mate, I honestly love that idea. And I think I saw Simply do that in a video. Is that right? He did that thing? He did that
He
same
did a
thing?
video. He did a video where, if I remember it correctly, it was like a, I guess it was a competition.
Mm.
But I don't think it was some full-fledged tournament, I guess. And so that's probably the only difference is I would really like to do something with the community that matches up maybe teams or matches up, you know, people by like maybe it's just one person versus another instead of a big group like Simply did. But
Yeah.
yeah, maybe the short answer is yes, but just not exactly what he did.
You know what? If you got enough people involved, you could do it in teams, and you could have like bigger players, like maybe some of the streamers as captains, who could
Yeah.
draft some of the viewers for their team, and they could do it in teams, and like they could win a prize for their channel or something like that. That would be pretty
I love
cool.
that idea. I love that idea. That's not bad. And so, yeah, I don't have any set plans to do something like that, but I felt so fortunate to be a part of some of these things,
Yeah.
including this one now on the commentating. And I definitely would like to give back to the community in some way.
Yeah, honestly, mate, I'd love to see that. And you know, obviously, you've come here today and you've really helped me out. So, my friend, if you need anything for that tournament, any help with Discord servers, timings, any commentators or competitors, man, just give me a DM, bro. I'm here for you, man.
Thank you so much.
I'll help you
That's
out,
super
mate.
kind of you.
Yeah,
I
definitely. If you do
believe it.
something like that, I'd love to. I'd love to be a part of that.
Heck yeah. Let's do it. I know that Sir T has announced, we've talked about Luigi Dini's tournament that is just about to get started this upcoming month, I believe, if not the end of this month.
Yeah.
But Sir T is also hosting a tournament where he's trying to do something similar to what I just said, where it's like making it less of well, the thing is that it's not quite what I just explained with mine, but he's basically calling it the new run tournament, where he's going to take everybody that is speed running, say Mario 64 or various games, and he's
Yeah.
putting us all on an even playing field by having us. He's going to choose the game that we have 2 weeks to grind out and then compete against in, which I think is really interesting.
Absolutely. Are you a part of that?
So I would like to be a part of it, and nothing is like set in stone yet, but I've joined the Discord, and as far as I'm concerned, I'd really like to take part.
Yeah.
I've kind of gotten into my groove of where I'm at with 120 and everything. A couple months have gone by, and I'm feeling like I know where I'm at as far as my practice grind, and I know that I would be able to participate in something like this without selling my soul to it, which at the beginning of this tournament, I see we got Jordan taking a death in Cool Mountain.
Jordan taking the death on the Penguin. It's like one of the previous races. He's done a similar thing. He missed a shot. Oh, that's going to give Craigie an advantage there. Oh my God. That's a big time loss there from Jordan for sure. Wow.
Yeah, that's essentially a star difference, and now he's got a 3-star lead, where it was closing closer to a 2-star lead, or it basically was a 2-star lead, and so we'll see how that ripple effect changes the rest of this run.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a big death there from Jordan. It seems to be his kryptonite, that Penguin setup. I know, it may take a second to set up and it still saves time, but even so, you can still miss it. And if you do like that, oh, it's trouble for Jordan. It is trouble for him. But, never underestimate this man. Don't forget he was 6 stars behind in the previous race, did carpetless, and it came down to throws. So you can not count him out yet. He is unbelievably good at this game.
Absolutely. We have seen a lot of consistency from both of these players. There's only been I can't even count on one hand how many, major mistakes we've had to commentate on, because they really are just kind of executing these stars. They're really, really killing it right now.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Just to bring it back as well about Sir T's tournament. I don't know if you know, but I'm also in that.
Are you going to compete?
I am.
That's cool. I hope it's, it sounds like it's going to be a really cool time. And I'm kind of thinking of it as, not that I want to do my best, but I just, at the time that you introduced this tournament, I remember thinking to myself, if I do this, I'm going to sell my soul to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I wasn't in a spot where I wanted to do that. And I don't know if it's the nature of Sir T's tournament or if it's just the timing. It's probably a little bit of both. But I think to myself, I can integrate a few hours a day, to trying to learn whatever the game is, and
yeah, for sure,
and still maintain my practice schedule with 120. And so yeah, I hope that goes well. I'm excited that you're going to be a part of it. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. And I'll tell you what, we're friends right now, but if we draft each other, I hate you, man.
It's go time.
It's go time, man. I'm gonna learn to beatbox for it. I'm gonna do everything, man. I'm gonna out beatbox you. I'm gonna outrun you. Everything, man.
We won't be able to decide with the game, so we'll do a little rock paper scissors. We'll have a beatbox battle, and maybe we'll have to do a rap battle to decide the winner.
Yeah. What you don't know is one of the speedruns is how fast can you learn beatboxing. So I'm going in. Oh, I'm just kidding.
I love it.
No, it's gonna be good, man. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it for sure. Now, speaking of tournaments, though, I did want to ask a couple of things. Right, the first thing is, what tournaments have you competed in? You said you competed in a few of Doc Rocks. Which ones were they, and how did you do in them? Like, where did you end up finishing?
I participated in 3 tournaments with Dr. Rocky, and one official tournament. I can't remember what their name is, but it was a 16-star tournament by I just can't remember what his name was that put it on for the Mario community.
Yeah.
The 3 Dr. Rocky tournaments, the first one was called Rocky's Inferno, and it was basically just a hand-picked route by Doc Rock and he just picked a whole bunch of stars that were basically a nightmare. And he
Yeah.
said, and it was a custom route. And he said, this is what you've got to do. And, you know, it's the very first star was lava boost. The second star was 8 red coins, but we had to do it without, 8 red coins and dire docks, but we had to do it without the sub. So we had to use the polls, which I don't know. A lot of, maybe some runners would choose to do the polls if they're not ready to do the sub version yet. But as far as I'm concerned, using the polls is just a nightmare. And so, oh my gosh, I'm wondering if I'm not even thinking of the right tournament. I'm almost certain that was Rocky's Inferno.
This is just some random thing you came up with in your room one night.
Well, it was one. It's just I'm worried that I may be mixing up which stars were in which one. But anyway, that was Rocky's Inferno.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. It might have been in December. If it wasn't, then it was in January this year, 2024. I took first place in that tournament, so that was a really cool start to my tournament career.
Oh, nice one,
man. And the second tournament was he called it Weenie Hut Jr., and it was kind of the opposite take on Rocky's Inferno, where Dr. Rocky tried to do a tournament that was basically included stars that weren't traditionally difficult. However, if you participated in this tournament, all that really did was just make it so that the strategies were much more optimized by the end of it all.
Yeah.
And so it was really, really interesting. And I won't go into more detail because I'm rambling about it. But basically, I took first in that tournament as well. So we were 2 for 2, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he smashed it.
Then his third tournament was just a 70 star, but you weren't allowed to long jump and you weren't allowed to ground pound. So,
oh wow, that sounds way harder than you make it sound.
It was rough, and talk about muscle memory altering. That I got back to Mario regular after this tournament, and I was messed up. It was I felt like I was a legend when I was long jumping. I couldn't believe how nice it was to long jump again.
Yeah, like you got superpowers basically.
Yes, I took second place in that tournament. I lost to Ted Feds, really good runner.
He's fantastic at the game. He's very good.
Yep. So he beat me out on that one. I was pretty close. I think I was only a couple seconds behind his PB, but he took it, man. He's a grinder. And then the last tournament I participated in was that one hosted by, I just can't remember what their names are, but they did it for more of the core Twitch Mario community. You had to, in order to be in this tournament, you had to have less than a 16-minute 16-star run. And I had recently PB'd, and I had a 15:56. And so I was invited out, but I was the underdog for sure. And so I ended up losing my first round. Oh man, I'm trying to remember who it was that I went against. But anyway, I lost in the first round of that one. But it was a big tournament, and I felt very lucky to be a part of it. Good experience for me, for sure.
There must have been some huge names in that. To get a sub 16, you are like one of the best for it, basically, aren't you?
To get some of the people that were in this tournament had 14-minute times. To get that kind of time, you're absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Karen. I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah,
he was in the tournament.
Oh my god, yeah, that's the one that did that really, really like long months and months stream, weren't it, to get the world record?
Yep.
I see him on Summon Insults video.
Yeah. So
isn't it Kano? I think.
Oh, maybe. I've not associated those two names, but maybe they're the same. So.
I think I know who you're on about though. But there were some big names. Oh my god, some of the best. I'd get absolutely destroyed in a tournament like that. Bloody hell.
I felt like I put in a good effort, but I was out of my league for sure. So I was super just like grateful to be a part of it. You know, I've been playing the game for just over a year, and it just felt like, wow, I'm really in a tournament with people like this, and so it felt good.
Yeah.
And all of these tournaments were kind of back to back, alongside co-op 120 pursuit that my brother and I were going for. We got the world record in 120 co-op.
Oh, well done, man.
That was a big pursuit that took a long time. And then Summer League hit, in July for that. I took 5th place in the summer league, and then this shotgun tournament came out, and that's kind of, if that isn't adding up to you, why I was feeling at the time like I really want to just do my own thing. It was like tournament after tournament after tournament, and so I just felt like, you know, I just need to do 120 for a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh wow, if I was in tournament, well, to be fair, it sounded like I'm about to sort of go through the same thing, being in tournament after tournament. But
You
yeah,
might.
doing these things, they're very draining, man. Very draining.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I know that I went off on a big rant on that, but we're here for Shotgun Mario, so thanks for humoring me on that and
No, I
asking
wanted to
about
hear
that.
about
It's
it,
been
man.
fun.
Yeah, one of the things I've sort of tried to do with, when I'm bringing commentators on, I feel like there's only so much you can say about the runs, but I feel like it's just nice to actually have a chat with someone that's in the community, and just not only for my benefit, but for the 34 people that are watching right now, which is insane. They just get to learn a bit more about you, man. It's almost like a podcast. I'm almost doing it like a podcast, but it's just I don't get the chance much to see other people's streams and chat to them in the community. So this is a nice way to sort of, for myself and everyone to just learn a bit more about some of the people that we've got coming in here, man. So
I
I'm here
agree.
for it.
I'm glad and I appreciate it. It has been a really cool format. This, like I said, this whole thing has just been so well thought out and fun to do. So I'm glad it's been successful, and I'm excited to see what you do as a competitor in these upcoming ones, and potentially maybe you'll host another one, a year or two down the road. So it's
Yeah,
a start of something new.
definitely give me some time. I'm taking a
Oh,
big
for
break
sure.
from hosting after this, man. I'm going back to FIFA and 16 star, man. I'm doing my own thing after this for a little bit, but yeah, it has been awesome though. I will host one in the future, but yeah, I'm gonna take some time out to just help other people compete in their tournaments, but also just do my own thing.
That's great. That's great. You really do got to take care of yourself as a streamer. It's something that, some of the people I work closely with, some of my mods and stuff know definitely about me, that I try to stay very conscious of like where I'm at when it comes to, potential burnout or whatever it
Yeah,
is. These kind of things are important for streamers. As lucky as we are to pursue this, a lot of us have jobs along the side and just so many
yeah,
life things that even though this is a passion, there's a lot of demand to like entertain and do well for chat and the community, because we love them so much. It's just so
yeah,
fun to do all this, but we're only one person most of the time
yeah.
handling all of this, and so it's really good to take care of yourself, and I hope you do after this.
Yeah, absolutely, mate, for sure. I just want to apologize for everyone that's been watching ads as well. I do apologize. I mean, just to put it out there, if you are subscribed, you don't have to watch ads. So I'm just saying. And if anyone's got a Prime sub, you get it for absolutely free anyway. So just thought I'd plug that one in there real quick.
Definitely.
But yeah, like you say, it's a lot of work. I mean, it's currently 2 a.m. in the morning, and I've got to get up at 7 for work. It's like you say, man, especially when you're trying to collaborate with people that are in like different time zones and stuff, and you put on things like that. It's a lot of work outside of the full-time job you already have. So it is a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of them things where you can do it for a short amount of time, but yeah, you've got to make sure that you don't overwork yourself. I think you got to find a balance there. Otherwise, you just want to give up in the end.
Yeah, 100%. And so, luckily, we have a lot of people in the community that are super, super supportive of what we do, and that community morale is really, at least for me, what keeps me going and makes me feel so enthusiastic and motivated to stream and do all of the things that I do related to my stream. And I'm assuming you feel pretty similar.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And yeah, like you say, the communities are very supportive. Like, well, to be fair, my people like to be like, hey, where the hell are you? Come on, man. Are you doing a stream on
Right.
Saturday? I'm like, I've never done a stream on Saturday in my life. What do you mean am I doing one on Saturday? No. I'm having a break, man. But yeah, it is good, man. Everyone's very like, accommodating, which is nice. And sometimes you do think, oh my God, I've not been live for a week. There's no one's going to watch me. They've all forgot about me. But then, to my surprise, I come back and they haven't. So it's nice, man. It is nice.
Absolutely. I think the community on TikTok has been just the coolest corner of the internet in my experience, just because
Definitely.
it's a place that has just so many people that are so clearly interested in this game, and the platform is really what seems to have introduced a lot of them to the game, and speedrunning and getting into depth with it. And the reason I think that's so interesting is because if you get into Mario 64 on Twitch, there you're gonna find so much good, and you're gonna learn so much, and there's so much that it has to offer.
Yeah.
But you're also going to be put into chats with people that are just veterans of not when it comes
Yeah.
to knowledge of this game, you know?
Absolutely.
And even though there's a lot of people on the TikTok side of things that know so much about the game, there's just a way that the algorithm can drive people that know so much less about it to the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a good thing for exposure. And it makes me really excited all the time about just streaming and being a part of the community. It's such a unique area. And they're also positive.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you get some people on TikTok and they're like, "I used to play this game when I was younger. I've just got like
Yeah.
a nostalgia hit." And it's like, wow, you don't even speed run this game, bro. Like what? And they don't even know what speed run is.
Right.
Yeah, it is great. It is great. To be fair, most of the time in my chat, it is just an absolute load of waffle, but I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. They love to spam me with TTS the entire time, but I always say, man, like the whole reason why I stream is because I want to chat to people and have that chat there. Like if I didn't want to chat to them or I was going to ignore them, I just wouldn't stream. So that's the main
Right.
part about it. So I'm all here for the entertainment, man. Like if people are having fun, even if it's like annoying TTS every 5 minutes, like if people are enjoying it, man, that's what I'm here for. So keep it coming.
100%.
I love it.
I love it. I love it, Freeman. Really good streams, really good vibes for me all the time. I bet it's a hoot all the time in your chat. Do you say that around there? A hoot? Is it
A
a
hoot.
have you
Yeah. You love the brain rot, someone just said as well. That's actually rotted my brain just there and then. Just completely just put me off. But yeah, it's oh, honestly, sometimes I can't get a word in edgeways. Sometimes I have to take my headset off and just be like, just give me a minute. Like, there's so much going on. I need a break. Let me just put this headset to the side for a sec, you know? Because there's like light goals pinging off and like everyone's just commenting some. Like, people comment, like, for example, they comment, come on, and it corrects it to semen in the TTS.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I just get that like 15 times. I'm like, why am I listening to this? What is going on?
right?
But yeah, it's like I say, man, I'm here for the entertainment. So if it, like sometimes like when I see people and they'll be like, I'm actually dying of laughter right now, I'm like, this is why I'm doing this, man. So
I
good
hear
shit.
you.
Good shit.
So much fun. Oh man, that happened to you once in B streaming. You cried. Oh man, we are way too wholesome, Tony Marie.
Wait, who cried? Oh, Tony did. What? Why?
Oh, probably just because of what you said. In my chat, we have like family friendly, and so we're very sensitive over there to
right.
what Charlotte just said. I don't mean that we're being offended. I'm not offended at all. Like in real life, I don't necessarily have a family friendly vibe. Let's say,
yeah.
but I just
Neither do I.
When my brother and I started streaming, we decided, oh yeah, let's try and do family friendly because we don't see a lot of like, you know, kid friendly streams, I guess.
Yeah.
We just decided we wanted to do it that way, for better or worse. And,
yeah.
So it's kind of an inside joke whenever there's like a semi not family friendly thing that we're all crying inside and stuff. It's just it's our cringy way of being. It's who we are.
I get you, mate. I get you. I'm figuring it out because I thought for a start, because I've not seen Tony stream before, but I was like, wait, did she stream and like she genuinely cried because someone said semen and Dixon cider? I was like, no way. Okay, but nah, I'm on it now. Oh, Craigie, Jesus, that was very close to dying there. That would have been the first time I've ever seen someone die there. Wow.
That's right.
That was
I've been
very
paying
close.
attention, or trying to keep track. You know, it's kind of difficult to just name it by star leads. Like we've got 47 stars on Jordan and 48 now to 49. It does appear that the gap is closing, but we also need to keep track of the fact that there are shorter stars going on.
Yeah.
And that's making me think that the gap is closing quite a bit more because the 2 short stars that Craigie just did, you know, Jordan's about to be finished up with it. And so I think we're closer to like a 1 long star lead, if you will,
Yeah.
maybe 1.5 medium stars. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, I think so. And Craigie is definitely, he's keeping the lead. I think this is the most amount of stars he's had so far where he's still been ahead. I feel like the turning point has been around Lethal Lava Lands in the other races, but he's keeping his lead here. He seems to be keeping it just fine.
yeah,
So,
he has been keeping the consistency up, and he's gonna need it. Like, he's gonna need that. And I don't mean to underestimate, but just knowing Jordan's pace and what he's able to accomplish, if they both do the rest of this run with no mistakes, Jordan's going to catch up that's my prediction. And so we're going to need Jordan to make a mistake, and DeadGuyDrives is going to need to keep that consistency if he wants to take this win.
I'm sorry, we're going to need Jordan to make a mistake. You don't happen to be being a little bit biased here, do you?
Oh, I just no.
We need him to make a mistake. Stop being so good. Go, Craig.
Yeah. I'll just keep my mouth shut on that one. I'm super excited to see whatever happens here. Definitely not biased.
Absolutely.
Couldn't be me.
Oh, I love that. I love that. You know what? I know we're going back to something now. Apparently, yeah, Jordan didn't do free scope there, so I actually don't want him to win anymore. I'm now biased. Go on, Craig. But no, I was going to go back to the tournaments, right? So I saw a clip of you on TikTok where you were talking to Simply, and you were doing that thing. Do you know the clip that I'm talking about where you was talking about bits and you was like, and then everything in me said go go go. You started going in for the beatbox. Yeah. How did that come about? So
I edited that video, and what you don't see at the beginning of that video is Simply's mod. He asked me when it was a big battle royale 16-star tournament that I took part in. In fact, it's funny that you bring this up because he's doing another one this Friday that I'm going to be participating in. Yeah, it's like a giant, like he's getting so many people and we all do a 16-star run, and it's like a battle royale. So anyway, person, the best one wins kind of a thing. He does a round based thing, but at the time that I did that one, I happened to be in like the second to last round or something. And in order to make it to the final round after that, or the next round after that, I had to get like a sub 17. And I died in bits, and that kept me from getting it. And so I was like the last person in that wave to get eliminated. So because of that, Simply wanted to interview me, and his mod asked me to describe my run in beatbox. And I don't know how much you know about beatboxing, but this is probably that was the weirdest question anybody has ever
absolutely.
How am I supposed to do that? Like, I get it because I make sounds, and so I get that like people think that means that I can imitate anything, kind of like Michael Winslow, if you're familiar, the man of 10,000 sounds. He can imitate any sound. It's not that though. I just do sounds that sound like the drums. And so when he asked me that, my response was just like, oh, well, I'll just act like, yeah, the round started and I said I need to go fast, and then I did a fast beat, which without that context might seem a little weird. DeadGuyDrives taking a big fall. I didn't even realize you could fall that way.
Wait, actually, I don't even know if that's going to lose any time, really. I don't know how that just works. Yeah, that's actually not as bad as it looked. The hell?
Very interesting.
Wow.
I wonder if we've just made a discovery.
Yeah, it's the brand new strategy. Just, fail on purpose and then bang. It actually works. Yeah, I did not expect that.
So that's how that interview came about. It was pretty weird, but I just tried to do the best that I could to respond to a very interesting request.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I edited that out of the video. So the context isn't there, but I guess it worked out.
Yeah, I think that's genuinely like one of the first videos I saw from you, and I was like, oh shit, like this guy is making moves. And then that beatbox was very good. I was like, it made me laugh, but at the same time I was like, that was sick. Like then you got the Pac-Man death at the end, and I was like, yeah, that's class. I love that.
Well, I'll take that as a win then. It's
Yeah,
weird to think on
absolutely.
your feet sometimes, especially when you're with a big streamer like Simply. That was
Yeah.
high pressure.
How did you like get into contact with him? How did that all like come about?
So the way that I got acquainted with anything related to Simply's stuff was just I was on Simply's stream and he was going to host a talent show.
Oh,
And
okay.
my philosophy with a lot of things like that, including commentating like this, is I just want to take every opportunity that I can, to show people who I am. Like I feel like that's what
Yeah.
anybody needs to do as a streamer is just show your face and show up. And so even though I'm a Mario speedrunner, I know how to beatbox, and so I was like, I'll do this talent show.
Yep.
And that, because I did that, I didn't win the talent show, but I made it to like the final few people. And because
Oh,
of that,
nice. Yeah.
Simply's head mod like kind of got to know who I was, and I ended up being able to help him with some recruiting things he was doing for other things, and it's just led to a couple opportunities. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. 1 second. Why did Jordan just go into wet dry world there? Did anyone else see that? That was a very strange. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He just went into wet dry world for no reason. What the hell? But yeah,
We
that's
might be taking his mind off the game if he's listening in.
yeah, maybe he's just like, yo, he's taking notes in his head, like talent show. How can I add Shotgun Mario into this? But
Right.
yeah, there you go. But it's he was right on Craigy's tail there, and I think that might end up giving Craigy what he needed to come away with this win. We'll soon find out.
We will see.
Yeah, I agree with the chat. It's getting very close now.
Very, very close. And I'm thinking that, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, that Jordan just has a bit quicker on every single star. That's why we give Craigy the handicap. And so unless we see mistakes from Jordan, I just don't see how it's gonna turn out in DeadGuyDrives' favor. But we will see. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it just depends whether like Jordan's quicker stars are at the beginning of the run or at the end, because it might be a case that he's just got very fast moving at the beginning, because maybe he just practices it way more. You know how some of these speedruns go. Sometimes you're stuck in the first couple of levels for a long time because you just can't get it nailed down. So,
right,
never know. It might be a case that his quicker movements are all dried up, and it might be very even from here. We don't know, but both going for the same star there. It looks like it is 1 star behind.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which one. I saw Boat Star. I don't think we've seen Reds from Jordan. Is that right? If so, that's one of the longer ones in Rainbow Ride.
Oh, no, I feel like we've seen
it was
Reds.
swinging.
It's this one. This is very quick. Oh, this is a quick one. It's only a few seconds.
Race.
Oh my god. It's all
Craigy struggling on the side flip up. I think he's going all the way up to moving bars.
Yeah.
But he finally clutches it out as Jordan goes into TikTok clock, making sure the clock isn't moving as they go in.
But to be fair, with that, did you see, and I think it was the first race, Jordan did moving reds, and he actually successfully did it as well.
Yes. I remember that.
That was very good to see.
Very clutch.
Oh, he's struggling though. He's struggling. He needs to go. He doesn't have this type of time, Jordan doesn't, but he's got it now.
He doesn't, and it is all coming down to the wire. That is not what Jordan wants to be doing right now. Craigy did have those misses on moving bars. His reds went well. It's really coming down to every piece of movement now. It really is.
Hey, Jinx, man. You can't speak now. I'm just kidding. I ain't about to do that. The thought I just had has left my mind. That was it. Because I saw Dark Voice in my chat. And then you were speaking about the fact that, if an opportunity like the talent show, for example, arises, you should do it. And I just 100% agree with that philosophy. I think it's the way to go. Everyone's saying no. Did we just see a death? I think we just saw a death. Yeah. Oh my god. It's neck and neck.
They are in the same spot from what I can tell.
Oh my god.
So it is all down to the wire.
Oh my God, it's neck and neck. No way. Craigie needs to go. Oh, Craigie, just get there. No, Craigie's gone. Craigie is down. Oh my God. Oh my
He
God.
is down.
Craigie
His
needs
head
to
is
go.
held high. He's pushing forward, but this is not looking good for Dead Guy Drives, everybody. Jordan is clearly in the lead, and we are down to the last 2 stars before bits.
Oh my God. I think I think Craigie needs a quick beatbox to get him back in it, Newman.
You got this. You got this, Dead Guy Drive.
Oh, I love it, man. You're so spontaneous, mate. It's fantastic. It's so good for content, honestly. It's so good.
I appreciate it. Happy to be there for it.
Oh my God, here we go. There's 69 each. Oh, and that's 70 for Jordan. Here's a full
70
star
for Jordan.
ahead. Something's
The
going to
only
have to
thing
happen
that
here at
I
the
can
end.
see, the only thing I can see at this point really comes down to that sky jump, or, you know, there could always be a random mistake, but that's the biggest thing that I think could lose him time.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat, man. I can't believe it's came down to this. The content literally writes itself. This is so just intriguing to watch. I can't believe it. But just a one more point, like I was saying, I think like if you want to, you know, succeed with streaming, I think it's so important to just say yes to things, man. Just involve yourself in as much as you can, and you know, just get your name out there. It's definitely the way to go. Definitely is.
100%, I agree. It's just what it's all about, and all eyes on Jordan as he goes for that sky jump
He
successfully.
gets it. Oh, Craigie's gonna have to hope for something bad to happen here. Jordan is in the pipe. Craigie going up. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's missed a jump as well. Could this be it? Could this be it?
That's one.
That's one. Wow, I can't believe it's come down to the final game and the final star. Craigie, oh, he gets God jump somehow. I don't even know how he's done it, but Jordan has got the third shot. That is the end of the game. I can't believe how close it's come. But Jordan's going to grab that last star, and he's going to be crowned the winner of the Shotgun 70 tournament. There we go.
Let's go. It was quite the series. Jordan taking the win. What a legend. Dead Guy Drives got to bits, you know, before he grabbed the grand star. It was that close.
Yeah, that was the closest race we've had. It was the closest race we've had, but we've brought Jordan and Craigie back in. Boys, let's hear from you. Let's hear from Craigie first. What did you think about that performance, man? If he comes back, I think he's still doing something here. Jordan, if you're there. Oh, he's here. Yeah, let's hear it, man. What did you think about that?
Fallen Vanish Cap screwed me.
It did.
And then hit a snag in TTC, and that did it.
Yeah, it was just down to the little things. It was just so unbelievably close. Like, anyone would think it was scripted the way it all went. But Craigie, you held your lead for so long. But then comes Jordan. Then comes JordanTyler to get it right at the end in TTC. What did you think about your performance there and the performance overall, Jordan?
Man, I almost counted myself out after that penguin shot, because it's like you guys said, messing up against Craigie is so nerve-wracking because you have to rely on him to make a mistake. And he is, like, overall very consistent, but I think, like, what I was, like, waiting for, and the only hope that I had was that the race nerves got to him. I think we saw that a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was my only saving grace, or otherwise Craigie would have just destroyed me because of the few mistakes that I made early on. He gave me a hell of a run for my money. This race has been an absolute blast. I mean, all of the races have been fun, but this one has been just like nonstop thrill ride.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's all because Craigie's an absolute monster at this game.
He is indeed. This has been the closest it's been for the entire tournament. One of the I mean, I feel like this has been the best one of the entire tournament. Like, you guys really pulled out of the bag and you did so well. And so did Nooms on the commentary as well. Can we hear from yourself, mate? What have you got to say to the competitors, man?
Yeah, I mean, Craigie, good effort, man. Like, you have absolutely shown that you can bring it against the world record holder. So congrats to you. Great series. And Jordan, you really have shown us all why you've got the world record. You own this
Yeah.
game. You are him. You are the best. Big congrats, Jordan. So
Thank
fun
you,
to
bro.
commentate on this. So yeah, thank you, Freeman, and huge congrats to both of you.
Absolutely.
Hey, we said we bring it to 3, right?
And you did
You
it.
did.
Hey,
Did it,
we
man.
did that. We delivered.
Unbelievable. Thank you both so much. But yes, that does mean that Jordan wins the second game and he goes home with first place. He's going to be winning himself £127 for that win. But Craigie is not going home empty handed. He takes the second place prize of 41 Great British pounds. Thank you both so much for competing in this tournament. You've said it already, but of course, say it again. We've got new people in the chat today. Boys, where can they find you?
You can find me everywhere at the same name that I have on Twitch. I try to make it universal across all platforms. J2JordanTyler. You can find me kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm DeadGuyDrives everywhere. And if you're on TikTok, I'm also under CraigyBoy.
There we go. And what you guys will be able to see right now is in the title of this live, both Jordan and Craigie's names, or DeadGuyDrives' names, are right there. Please do tap on their names if you're not already and give them a follow. And of course, our commentator today, Nooms, where can they find you, man?
You can find me, Newman Beatbox, anywhere. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. That's what I'm called. Newman Beatbox, one word. My name is in the chat right now.
It is indeed.
I appreciate that, Freeman. Thanks a lot for the shout out.
No worries, man. Of course, I appreciate you helping out, and I appreciate both you boys for coming in and racing. You both did an absolutely fantastic job. I can tell you worked hard, and I really appreciate your efforts. And yeah, your races tonight, it's been fantastic, and I can see from the chat that they all loved it too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thanks everyone for coming
Everybody
out and
who's
making
watching-
this a big event.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody who's watching, make sure to give Freeman some bits, some subs, whatever love you can afford. I think Freeman deserves it because he has put himself through so much to put on this tournament and to entertain you guys and entertain all of us and let us compete. He's up until 2:30 in the morning when he
Yeah,
has to
that's
be
right.
up at 7. So it's like, I think he needs some love here, guys.
Hey, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that a lot. Craigie or Jordan, are you guys going now? Are you staying on? What's the plan for you right now?
I'm gonna go ahead and duck out of here.
No
I'll
worries.
be staying on. I'll probably step aside for a second, but if you're looking to raid somebody, I'll be around.
Yeah, I mean, Craigie, if you're going to continue to be on, me and Nooms will round things out, but we can absolutely raid into yourself, mate, for sure. Thank you as well to Deanie, Cadence, and Jim putting some bits in the chat there. Thank you guys very much for the support.
Thanks for putting this together, Freeman.
No worries at all. So yes, Jordan, Craigie, I'll let you boys go. Craigie will raid into you after we finish up, and me and Nooms will round things out right now.
Craigie, GG, bro. Thanks for the race, man. That was so much
Good
fun.
job, man.
Thank you, boys. All right, I'll see you both later.
See you, man.
I'll be in
Right.
contact again soon. Bye-bye. Okay, there we go, Nooms. Let's get some final words from you, man. What did you think about that final?
Oh man, I just feel so bad for anybody that missed this event. This race alone just tied it all together and was an epic event. I'm not going to forget this, just as a commentator, but I bet the viewers feel the same. I'm seeing that in chat. It was so fun, so hype, and it really displayed a mastery of this game, which is one that not a lot of people are playing, and it's so understandable and fun to watch. It's just great content. So huge congrats again to everybody that participated. Big W to Jordan. Craigie put in a great. Free because of Freeman? Heck yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Sorry, for a second we lost your sound there, but I think we got it back. It's just because I changed scene and like I've got different sounds there. But I think you guys can. They caught the end of it. Sorry about that, bro. But we
Oh, no
heard
big deal.
most of it. We heard most of it.
All good.
But yes, thank you, mate. Thank you so much for coming out, for doing the end bit for the rap battle, for helping me commentate tonight. You've been thoroughly entertaining, mate. One of the best, and I've really appreciated you helping me out tonight.
Thanks a ton for saying that. I really seriously just appreciate the opportunity, and I mean, you're a great commentator yourself. I don't know. I haven't commentated a bunch before, but I wondered if like, oh, is this gonna feel like, are there gonna be awkward moments and stuff? And honestly, I just feel like your personality really helped everything flow, and you're a pro, man. So thanks for letting me be beside you on this one.
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, it's like you say, it's been nearly 3 hours and I don't think we stopped talking the entire time. So I feel like it's bounced really well, man. You got to give yourself credit where credit is due. You said it's one of your first times commentating, and I knew you'd be the right man for the job, mate. You smashed it. Because commentary, it can be a scary task. You know that, the weight is on your shoulders. You got to keep things going. You got to think of things on the spot, but yeah, you smashed it, mate. So don't think that you didn't, because you did a fantastic job, man.
Well, thanks for saying that. Yeah, huge thanks for having me. This was great, and thanks to chat for being so nice and having me on stream. This was great.
No worries, man. Right, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to have a minute with my chat, and then we're going to go raid out into Craigie, if you don't mind.
All right, take care. I'll be there in Craigie's chat.
Thank you, man. And like I say, if you want any help, if you're doing any tournaments or anything yourself in the future, just hit me up, man. And we can do something again for sure.
Will do. We'll work together in the future, Freeman. Thank you so much.
Good, man. All right, I'll see you later, mate.
See you later.
Bye-bye.